Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box if you're watching me live. If you're watching, hopefully you guys can hear me. If you're watching after, or I should say, if you're watching after the live stream, you can take a look down below in the description box and you'll see all my credentials. If you're watching this live, just take a look in the chat and there you will see all my credentials. That being said, intuitive friends, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Today, I'll be doing a live reading, but for those of you who participated February 27th, February 28th, and March 1st. I believe that's when I came on the last time. Then I will not be adding you to the list because you already participated. But if you haven't done so yet, then feel free to come and join us here. Of course, I'll take a look at the list in a minute, but please make sure that you understand that I'm not going to place everyone on the list. I will be taking, I think I said here, hold on a second. Let's see. I think I said I'm going to take the first 8 subscribers and the first 3 members. Okay. So that being said, intuitive friends, give me a second. Let me get settled here in the background, back behind the scenes. And please know, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. If you just subscribed, thank you. Please know that the readings that I do here on my channel, number 1, they're free. Number 2, they're 5 minutes, so it's a quick reading. And number 2, I don't answer personal questions on this free live. If you want to ask me a personal question, then join me for my super chat live. Spill the tea, what's going on with, and then you can participate there. Okay, that's not a free reading, but if you're interested in doing that, then feel free to join me during those lives. That being said, intuitive friends, this reading is a general reading. I'll be focusing on Mercury retrograde, okay, because Mercury retrograde started, I want to say February 26th, is going to go all the way through March 20th. So some of you may be feeling a little you know, so, others may not. So, basically what I will be channeling is how Mercury retrograde is possibly rewriting your path. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm here drinking my green juice in the back behind the scenes. I'll be sipping on this as I go along. All right, intuitive friends, give me a second. Let me get myself situated. Just giving everyone a heads up, there may be some glitches. It's been happening a lot more than the usual. So I just want to give you guys a heads up. All right. If it happens, no worries. I will come right back. You're not going to lose the order on the list. Okay. So don't worry about that. Give me 1 second. I initially was placing this live to happen at 3:50, but for whatever reason, it kept glitching. So I was like, all right. Spirit wants me to write 3:45. All right. So today, what are we? Haven't taken a look at who's here yet. So just give me a second. Let me get myself settled. That hour that I lost last night was not helping here. All right, intuitive friends, give me 1 second here. Remember, intuitive friends, if you already joined before, 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 if you you will not be added to today's list, but you are more than welcome to say hi to us and hang out and have fun here on the live. All right, intuitive friends. Let's see. So I said we're taking the first 8. So you know I'm going to be here for a while today, right? I wanted to do a let's spill the tea after this, but we'll see how I feel. So we have the first 8 subscribers who have not yet had a reading, and then the first 3 members who have not had a reading yet. Okay. All right, let's see. Hello. Let's see. All right, you guys can hear me. All right, intuitive friends, welcome. Let's see who's here. Before I see who's here, let's jump into the following, okay? Number 1, if you participated anytime between February 27th and March 7th, actually, I've only been here 3 times for this topic, okay? So, which is the reason why I still have not created a new list, because I haven't been here as much. Yeah, so we're taking the first 8 subscribers, first 3 subscribers. This is a free live reading for my YouTube subscribers. First come, first serve. Super stickers and super chats get super readings, which means I give you extra time, extra decks, and extra details for entertainment purposes only. I will be channeling 1 question and 1 question only, no personal questions. I'll be channeling for today for free for 5 minutes. How's Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting your path? Okay. Please save your personal questions for my super chat lives, which are not free, but if you would like to join me there, feel free to do so. If you take a look in the chat as well as in the description box, I do have free resources there for you. Energy healing, daily affirmations. My legal disclaimer is as follows. These messages are for entertainment purposes only. Please remember that readings should never replace professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice or professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal help. My readings are for entertainment purposes only and are not replacements for getting licensed professional medical, financial, therapeutic, or legal advice. Hello, Ed. Ed, I want to say I gave you, yep, there you go. The 28th, I gave you a reading, but thank you so much for stopping by, Ed. Hello, Vanilla Pie. Vanilla Pie, let's see if you had a reading before, during this timeline here. I don't see you here on the list, so I'm adding here Vanilla Pie. Vanilla Pie, thank you so much. Intuitive friends. Vanilla and Pie. There we go, Vanilla and Pie. Please feel free to share my YouTube channel link with your friends, family, and loved ones. Hello, Anaya. Let's see, Anaya, were you here during this time? Anaya, you weren't. I'll add you to the list. Welcome back. Wait, I'm spelling your name wrong. Anaya. All right, Anaya, 2346. Welcome. You are at number 2. Loyal 22. Welcome. Let's see. Were you here before, Loyal? Loyal 22.1. All right, I don't see you on the list. So Loyal, you are at number 3. Welcome. Loyal 22.1. At number 4, Love Sunshine Eve. Ava, what's going on? I want to say, were you here before? Let's see. No, that says Sunshine. That's not Love Sunshine. Hold on, let me make sure. 2. Yes, Love Sunshine Eve on the 28th. Okay, my love. So I won't be adding you to today's list, but no worries. Next time. Okay, my dear. Thank you so much, Eve. What you can do is share my YouTube channel linked with your friends. Okay, my dear. so that they can come also and have fun here with us today. All right, Anshuman. Hello, Anshuman. Anshuman, I don't think I've given you a reading for a bit. I don't see you on the list either. So Anshuman, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Tamika. Welcome, Tamika. Tamika, you're at number 5. Okay, so Tamika is it says she big but cute. So to me, Tamika, you are at number 5. At number 6, hello, Mary Lewis. Mary Lewis, I gave you a reading already. So I want to say I did. Yeah, I did on the 1st. So you're gonna have to go back to the last live that I did, not this one, but the one before this one, and you're on there. So take a look at your reading there. Okay. Rose Quartz, hello, my love. Give me 1 second, Rose Quartz. Debbie O gave you a reading on February 28th. So I'm not adding you to today's list, but no worries. New one is coming out. New list is coming out. I don't know exactly when, okay? Because I have to see how many times I'm able to get on this week. Only because I'm going to be super busy this week, but starting Tuesday, I'm going to be super busy. So we'll see. Rose Quartz, I did give you a reading on the 27th, so I won't be adding you to today's list, my love. But thank you so much for being here. Jock Calisthenics, hello, my dear. Let's see, were you here? Oh, no, I hope that it's not. It's my phone and it's not. Okay, yeah, it's my phone. Hello, Jack Calisthenics. Let's see if you were here before. Doesn't seem like you were, so you are at number 6. Jack Cal, welcome. At number 7, hello, Patty. Patty, yeah, I think I did. Yeah, sure did on the 28th, but thank you so much for giving me hello. I want to say hello to everyone who's here. Thank you for your love, your loyalty, and support. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. All right. That being said, in Twitter friends, I went over the important information before the reading. For members, I have 3 members listing open. So I'm just going to add that as a pinned comment. So I have 2 spots available. 2 open for subscribers. And 2 spots open. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 spots open for members. All right, there we go. So I'm going to pin this one so like that we're all on the same page. All right, awesome. And Twitter friends, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support. And let's start our readings. All right, let's review the list before I move forward. So like that we all know what's going on. If you miss your reading, just come back and come and get it. Okay. So it's okay if you have some tech difficulties or whatever, because Mercury retrograde is here. No worries. You could always come back and see and check. Okay. What I won't do is I'm not going to stop doing the list. Okay. Because I've noticed that when I come back and give you an opportunity next time, it just becomes too complicated. So at number 1, we have Vanilla and Pie. At number 2, we have Anaya, 2346. At number 3, we have Loyal, 22. Okay, 0.1. At number 4, we have Ashuman, Y8J. At number 5, we have Tamika. At number 6, we have Jack Cal. And we have 2 spots available for subscribers and 3 for members. And I see that we have Ascending Universal Butterfly here. What's going on? And let us also say hello to all of our other members. So those that are in green in Twitter friends, all the people who are in a green highlight, our members. So let's say hello and give a big shout out to Mary Lewis 7743. A big shout out to Debbie O, Texas Virgo. Welcome, welcome. And a big shout out to Ascending Universal Butterfly as well. So thank you, members, for participating and for stopping by. Butterfly, I want to say I haven't given you a reading, so I'll be adding. Did I give you a reading? Hold on. No, you're okay. So I'm adding you to the list today, okay? Ascending Universal Butterfly. Now, I want to remind all of you, intuitive friends, that I always do one member, one subscriber, one member, one subscriber, one member, one subscriber, okay? So just want to give you a heads up on that. I've said it before, but just in case some of us may have forgotten, that's what I'm going to do, okay? So I do have the list here, but always keep in mind that if I do have a member coming in who has not had a reading yet, then I need to place them on the list, okay? So no worries, I keep it fair, okay? That being said, welcome, welcome. All right, so since we have Butterfly, who's a member, and I haven't given Ascending Universal Butterfly reading, Butterfly will go first, and then Vanilla and Pie. Now, it depends, intuitive friends. If I get another member who hasn't gotten a reading, then after Vanilla and Pie, we'll go back to the member. If not, we're going to just jump right into Anaya. No worries. We're going to figure it out as we move along, but always know it's one member, one subscriber, one member, one subscriber, okay? Now, intuitive friends, it is a quick 5-minute mini reading. And I do want to mention here, intuitive friends, that goes by very quickly. So if you want to add some extra time to your reading, extra decks and extra details, please feel free to drop a super chat or a, what's the other one? Super sticker. Okay, so it's up to you. Okay. All right, intuitive friends, let's jump with Butterfly. Hello, Ascending Universal Butterfly. Thank you so much for being here. After Butterfly, we have Vanilla and Pie. So Butterfly, let's see here what's coming through for you, my dear, okay? And the messages that I'm channeling today is how Mercury's retrograde possibly may be rewriting your path here. Now, I'm going to just warn you ahead of time. The first part of the reading, especially with this deck, is a little bit shadowy. There we go. But I will say this. That is what we want to see, because we want to see what Mercury retrograde is removing, what distractions Mercury retrograde is removing from our path so we could get to that next level, okay? So you have here the shadow's gift, okay? Within darkness lies wisdom. The pain you've endured is shaping you into someone stronger. So you may be revisiting, or Mercury retrograde may be placing you in an energy where you may be remembering or revisiting a either version of yourself from the past or recent past that may have gone through very difficult situations or emotions, okay? Maybe even certain things here in the past or recent past, maybe dreams or passions or inspiration that you may have abandoned in the past or recent past, okay? So there may be some type of resurfacing of either a familiar theme. This could come in and show up in different ways. All right. It could come through as emotions. It could come through memories. All right. But the main focus here is that the shadow's gift is giving, or I should say, the Mercury retrograde is allowing these energies to come back or to resurface so that you can take a glance at them. So you could take a look at them. So you could reevaluate and reflect. Right. So you can finally, keep moving forward. Okay. Remember, Mercury retrograde, I always compare it to the Four Swords. It gives us time to reset. And what do you have? Adjacent possibilities. So this Mercury retrograde, again, maybe possibly rewriting your path by you looking back or connecting to either a situation, circumstance, or event, or a version of yourself in the past or recent past, butterfly, where you may have endured some difficult things. It says, within the darkness lies wisdom. So there's a lot of lessons learned here, and the pain you've endured is shaping you into someone stronger. So it's as if you're really opening up and ready once this Mercury retrograde ends. Of course, there's always a shadow period, and then comes it really going into direct. So I do feel by maybe late May, late March. I don't know why I was going to say late May for you, but whatever. We'll acknowledge that. But I wanted to say late March, maybe late March or already in April. You may see some type of opportunities opening up for you here, adjacent possibilities or options, choices, or opportunities, or maybe an opportunity or a version of yourself that you've reflected upon and you are continuing to let go of, so that you can start something new or continue in your journey. But adjacent possibilities are very, very, both of them are very positive cards, because remember, Queen of Wands, and you have another card that's right behind that. Interesting. You have the King of Wands that just popped out also. So very, very interesting here. All right. So let's just put him right back in the deck. All right. So, butterfly, you have here the Queen of Wands. Like I said, remember that I just said I feel here that you're going to really be able to tap in a lot stronger and more direct once Mercury goes direct. Okay. Which by that time, we're going to be in Aries season, which makes sense why the Queen of Wands is here. I told you, adjacent possibility, choices, options, new doors, this kind of like joie de vivre, more inspiration, more passion, more drive, maybe even here more travel as well, because I'm getting travel here, which is interesting. I normally don't get travel here with the Queen of Wands, but I'm getting like more travel. I'm also seeing Sagittarius here. I don't know why that's coming through very strongly. So maybe that's the connection with travel. But Queen of Wands, you may feel more passionate, more confident, more intuitive, definitely here with this cat, and more connected to your inner strength. You do have here the Justice card, and I want to mention this before I give you your last and final card. The Justice card is connected to this energy here with the Shadows gift. Listen, things that may have happened in the past or recent past that were very difficult. And again, it says here, the wisdom that you have had. So the things that you may have felt that were unfair, situations where you may have said, you know what, I don't know how that's gonna how that's gonna balance off. That was unfair, or just things weren't just, or there was some type of injustice. You're recalibrating here. Okay, so it's this kind of reflection, recalibration, learning of those lessons from the past or recent past, and you really standing in your power here with that Queen of Wands. Remember that the Queen of Wands is very confident, but she's also very intuitive. So there may be either a lot of travel. I don't know why I keep getting travel with you, but I feel that there may be some shifts happening during Aries season. Okay. Whether it's physical travel or you literally just taking a chance at certain things or opportunities that may be coming your way. I feel that there are opportunities that are coming in your direction, or options or choices that you may not even know about, but I do feel you're going to really connect and take the ones that you feel truly passionate about. Okay. Last but not least, let's see what else is coming through. Up next, we have Vanilla and Pie, and you have someone or something is scheming in the shadows, and the universe calls you to observe keenly, and I can't say that word because I don't want YouTube to freak out. But there we go. And I feel that this has to do with this Justice card in tarot. As I said, there may have been a situation, circumstance, or event in the past or recent past, or like I said, you revisiting either emotions or memories from something that you may have felt was unfair. And this is talking about things recalibrating. Okay, so you kind of looking at that situation, revisiting and learning from that either person, situation, circumstance, or event. It says, in coming days, hidden intentions will be revealed. You must decisively uncover the truth and take appropriate action. Okay, there you go. That being said, thank you so much, Ascending Universal Butterfly, for being part of the membership tier, and of course for volunteering here on the channel. That being said, up next we have Vanilla and Pie. But before I jump to Vanilla and Pie, of course, I'm going to need to take a look at the list in the chat and see who's here and see what's going on over there. But in the meantime, I want to say hello to those of you who are new to the channel. For those of you who have subscribed, welcome. And for those of you who are returning subscribers, welcome back. Today, doing a reading, continuing with the series of how Mercury's retrograde is possibly rewriting your path, removing those distractions and allowing you to level up, okay? By taking a look, by reflecting, by taking a look at those things from the past or recent past, or revisiting some emotions here, okay? So that will be the common theme here in this reading, because that's what Mercury retrograde does, okay? All right, that being said, let's take a look at what else is going on. Thank you so much, Ascending Butterfly. Up next, we have Vanilla and Pie. Vanilla and Pie, just give me 1 second here. So we have Annabelle Stones. Hello, Annabelle. Hello, Annabelle Stones. Let's see, have I given you a reading before? I do have 2 spots open, but let's see. Yeah, I haven't given you a reading before, so welcome, Annabelle. Annabelle, you are at number 7, okay? Just don't go anywhere. You will be getting a reading. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure that you are here and know that you have a spot, okay? So, Annabelle, you are at number 7. I have 1 spot available for my subscribers and then 2 spots available for members, okay? Let me just update here to make butterflies volunteering a little bit easier. So I have 1 spot available for 1 subscriber. And we have 2 spots available all right, for 2 members only. All right, and then I'll be pinning that there so everyone can see it. Thank you for, there we go, just replace that one. All right, awesome. All right, Vanilla and Pie, you are up next. Intuitive friends, thank you so much for being here. Just a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only, and these messages are also very quick. Okay, so this is a mini reading. If you want to be able to extend your reading, well, all you need to do is drop a super chat or a super sticker. I'll be more than happy to add more details to your reading. Okay, up next we have Vanilla and Pie. Vanilla and Pie, welcome to the channel. As a reminder, Vanilla and Pie, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Now, intuitive friends, don't freak out if there is a glitch. It's happening more often, especially now that we're in Mercury retrograde. If there is a glitch, no worries. I will try to come back as quickly as possible. And of course, I will continue with the list that I have already written here behind the scenes, okay? So you don't need to worry because I will be coming back as long as I'm able to come right back, okay? That being said, intuitive friends, welcome Vanilla and Pie, and let's see here how Mercury retrograde is possibly rewriting your path, okay? Hello, Charmy Animations. Welcome. So after Vanilla and Pie, we have Charmy Animations who will be getting a reading. Okay. Charmy Animations, you're right after Vanilla and Pie because you are a member. So welcome. All right, Vanilla and Pie, let's take a look here at how Mercury's retrograde is possibly rewriting your path. All right, for entertainment purposes only. Just a reminder that this is going to be obviously for entertainment purposes only, and it's a little bit shadowy, the first card, okay? But no worries. It says, your inner critic challenge the voice of self-doubt. It is often shaped by past conditioning, not truth, okay? So I feel here that what Mercury in retrograde may be possibly here exposing or bringing to light is the fact that it's trying to allow you to pay attention to a version of yourself that has been either had fear of speaking the truth, has had some self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. There's some sense of overly thinking about something critically, being a little bit too critical about yourself or maybe experiences you may have had in the past, some thought patterns, some self-sabotaging habits. But your inner critic is saying the challenge of your voice is self-doubt. So you may at times not feel as secure or as certain, or maybe here during this Mercury retrograde from February 26th all the way through March 20th, this version of yourself may be resurfacing a lot more than the usual. Okay, so if it doesn't happen or it hasn't happened a lot lately because of Mercury in retrograde, it might. Okay, because that's what it does. It brings light to those things that may be distracting or have been distracting us from going to our next level. So you may be experiencing this a little bit more lately, maybe being a little bit more caught up in your head or having a sense of self-doubt, whether it's something that you're feeling, thinking, or just energetically you're feeling a little bit off. So what may be distracting here? Your own thoughts, your self-sabotaging habits, okay? I'm also here picking up that there could be experiences here, situations during this Mercury retrograde that may place you in a position where you feel these emotions here, Vanilla and Pie, okay? Where you're like, I normally feel more confident about something, but because Mercury retrograde is here, you may kind of, it'll be a little bit more challenging for you, okay? Let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you. And we have here deceit. Again, I'm picking up as your self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. I'm also getting here that there may be some type of gossip or rumors that may be going around, or maybe people talking behind your back. Maybe a situation, circumstance, or event where someone may have backstab you, or you may feel this sense of like not trusting someone as much. And that may heighten this self-doubt energy. Like you feel intuitively like you know what this is about, but then you're doubting, could that be? And that could be causing a little bit of the staticky energy. So I'm getting this gossip energy here with this deceit. So don't allow, and by the way, it's interesting because I am doing a series, and you could take a look on the channel. I'm doing a series on exactly that, people gossiping and talking behind back. So if you want to take a look at that series, it's already out. So just see what, what your sign that you want to focus on, especially your Mercury, I would say. If you know your Mercury sign, if not, you could take a look at your sun, moon, or rising. But I'm getting here deceit as people in the background here talking things or saying things, and that affecting you a little bit more than the usual. Okay. So don't be surprised if those emotions pop up a little bit more than the usual, but that's because of that Mercury in retrograde. You have here the Knight of Cups. This is all saying here, Vanilla and Pie, that yes, there may be people talking and gossiping behind the scenes. This could also be your self-sabotaging thought or limited belief. Like I said, self-sabotaging habits increasing or amplifying because of this Mercury in retrograde. And what I'm also getting here is one way that you can move that out the way is by you getting out of your head. Don't worry about what they're saying, what they're not saying, or what's going on there. Focus on yourself. Allow your heart and your intuition to guide you into this emotional awareness that needs to be present in order for you to level up. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if there is someone here, maybe from your past or recent past, or just maybe someone, this could be romantic or not romantic, that may be coming around during this Mercury retrograde, especially if it's someone who backstabbed you or there was some issues here, who may try to either reconcile or ask for an apology, or even here ask you out or have some type of communication with you. But it's someone where something wasn't all that fantastic. So I wouldn't be surprised if there may be here a kind of a talk or a chat or someone moving in your direction, or maybe you moving into someone's direction. But it's someone kind of like apologizing. If it's not someone from the past, there could be someone new coming up, just friends, or it could be romantic. I don't know. It all depends. But kind of like saying, hey, listen, let's go hang out. Let's grab a cup of coffee and things like that. But yeah, there may be some energy here about you listening to your heart and to your heart and to your emotions, to your awareness, or someone coming in as well. Look at that deep connection. I told you. I'm telling you, there could be someone here that may be popping up. It could be someone from the past or recent past, or if it's someone new, it may be connected to a lesson that you need to learn, and that's the reason why it's popping up now. Okay, so deep connection. Again, the Knight of Cups doesn't have to be romantic, although it can be. So again, validation, confirmation. I'm picking up that there could be here someone just kind of interested, asking you out, or you asking someone else out. I don't know, however that may turn out. Or you just having a deeper connection with someone here. Exactly what I said is exactly what came through. It says a new supportive relationship is approaching. This could be romantic or non-romantic. It could be a kindred spirit or a budding romance. I told you. If you already are in a connection, there's more deepening and bonding there. Okay. So whether it's someone new or the deepening of an existing bond, open your heart to embrace this connection. Look at that. There may be some type of reconciliation at bay here, or there could be here some emotions of reconnecting with someone you haven't spoken to in a long time, or someone that you've never met. It could be someone new. But I feel that there's something about a lesson being learned again, or something resurfacing. It could even be here, this energy of your self-doubt. That being said, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, continue to subscribe to the channel. And up next, we have Charmy Animations. But before I jump to Charmy Animations, who is a member, so shout out to Charmy Animations. I do want to say, intuitive friends, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I want to say welcome to those of you who are here for the first time. Wait a minute, I just put this in incorrectly. Hold on. Yeah. All right, there we go. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you just subscribed, welcome back. All right. For those of you who are current members, current subscribers, welcome back. For those of you who are members, shout out to my members. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Intuitive friends, the reading that I'm doing for today is how Mercury's retrograde is possibly rewriting your path. What's being removed here, or maybe emphasized during this Mercury retrograde, and how you may be moving up to your next level. All right, intuitive friends, there's a limited spot available. And let's see who's here, and let's see what's going on. I want to say I have, wait, hold on. I can't say until I see. All right, so Vanilla pie. Hopefully that made some sense there. Drop a rose if it did. Let's go backtrack. After Annabelle Stones. Let's see. Hold on one second. I'm just is there anyone? Charmy is a member, so you're in the members of Charmy. You're up next. We have Rowan G. Hello, Rowan G. Let's see. Were you here before? Yes, you were on the 28th. So I won't be adding you to the list, Rowan G. But thank you so much for being here. We have real life topic revealed. Hello. Let's see. Hold on. Real life topic. I don't think you were here before when I opened the new list. Nope. Okay, perfect. So real life topic revealed. You are at number 8. Okay. The list is closed for my subscribers. All right. Topic revealed. But I want to say, hold on one second. Hello, Rowie. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Unfortunately, Rowie, the list is now closed. Okay, so you can continue to be subscribed to the channel so that when I come back next time, you can just hop on very quickly to the chat list. Anything 7424, welcome. Yes, the list is closed, intuitive friends, but I do have open. Oh, by the way, thank you, Annabelle, for your super. I greatly appreciate it. All right, intuitive friends, continue to watch. Okay, if you're here, welcome. But yeah, there we go. All right, so let me pin this comment here, which is just to let everyone know that the subscriber list is closed. Okay. All right, so we have the subscriber list is closed, but we have one more members only spot open. Okay, there we go. All right, intuitive friends, hopefully you guys are able to see that. Let me replace the spin. There we go. All right, that should help Butterfly a lot more. All right, Butterfly, put that up there so it's easier for us to manage the list now. All right, so intuitive friends, listen carefully. Up next, I have Charmy Animation because Charmy Animation is a member, so thank you so much. After Charmy Animation's reading, by the way, thank you so much, Annabelle Stones. I'm gonna do an asterisk that lets me know that you're gonna get a super reading. But after Charmy Animations, I'm gonna go back up to the list to the subscribers, and Anaya 2346, you're gonna come up next. Now, after Anaya, it all depends. If we get one more member here, then I'll do that member's reading. If not, it will be Loyal 22.1 and so forth. Okay, so don't worry. So far, I have Anaya, Loyal 22.1. Ashuman, Tamika, Jack Cal, Annabelle Stones, and real life topics revealed. You are all getting your readings today, so no worries. Stay tuned, okay? Up next, we have Charmy Animation. Welcome, Charmy. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget, intuitive friends, please share my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls. I might start, and I'm just going to say this for those of you, if you have people who are Spanish speaking, I'm thinking about doing lives in Spanish as well. So if you know, and of course I'll write Spanish on there. I'll say it's in Spanish. You know what I mean? That may be popping off in a few. Maybe not next week. If not, I don't know. I have to see. Got to meditate on that. You know, Mercury's in retrograde. I have a strong placement Mercury. So we're just going to, let me just take a moment. But that is something that I'm going to offer on my channel. I'm only going to do the Spanish readings. Um, Again, I'll write Spanish on it, but it's only going to just be the lives. I'm not going to do everything else in Spanish. So if you know anyone who may be interested, I'll be putting it up in the post if you're interested in that. All right. That being said, Charmy Animations, welcome back. As a reminder, Charmy Animations, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And let's take a look here at what's coming through for you. How's Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting your path? Let's see what Mercury retrograde is either disrupting, decluttering, having you revisit. We'll see. And then, of course, we're going to take a look at what your next level may be, right? Because that's what we're doing here. That's what Mercury retrograde is all about. It's actually a very, very positive thing. It's not negative. Okay. You have here the veil between, ooh, nice. The veil between worlds. Connect with ancestors and guides. Their wisdom will illuminate your healing path. Okay. Listen carefully, Charmy Animation. This is coming across as a reading here where, yes, we're talking about Mercury retrograde, but it's leaning towards loved ones who have crossed over, your ancestors, your loved ones who have crossed over, who are very much connected with you, helping you through the healing process that may be surfacing or resurfacing during this Mercury retrograde. So I feel, number one, you may have a strong Mercury placement. So if you have Gemini or Virgo anywhere on your astrological natal chart, you're going to be feeling this Mercury retrograde significantly. That's number one. And if so, you're not alone in the process, because whatever experience, and this could be a whole lot of things for you, okay? Because this is talking about your healing. So there could be things here that maybe are getting disrupted intentionally, whether it's your thought pattern, whether it's your self-sabotaging habits, whether they're connections here, okay? You may be feeling like unspoken or maybe like silent resentments here, feeling this kind of energy of hurt and pain, and maybe even being nostalgic and melancholic. That could be on the rise right now. And if you feel that, that's fine. Just go with the flow of the roller coaster, okay? Because we're on it together, okay? So just allow yourself to go through it, but it's doing that so that you can revisit emotions, situations, circumstance, review, reevaluate, and reflect on certain things here that need your attention, okay? That you need to heal. Continue to heal, continue to leave behind, and continue to explore why those things, those people, those situations, those experiences are surfacing or resurfacing during this Mercury retrograde. So this is like a cleansing, a purging of sorts, okay? So the veil between worlds is this energy where you're going through a lot emotionally, energetically, or mentally here during this Mercury retrograde. But your ancestors, your loved ones, your guardian angels saying you're not alone in the process. Just hang on. If I were you, I would definitely work on my 7 chakras, especially on your heart chakra, 639 hertz. Okay. So, and also listening to the Hopa Opa Nopa chant while you're either listening to the heart solfeggio frequency of 639 as you're cleaning and cleansing and just kind of doing this clean slate type of energy. But I'm feeling this energy here as like purging, like you're purging. There's a lot. There could be anger, crying, uncertainty. There's a lot of emotions here that may be surfacing all at the same time, because I'm getting like I'm keep hearing variety. So there's a variety of things here that you may be experiencing. One day you feel one way, another day you may feel another, and you may be saying to yourself, well, why am I going through all these like mood swings or these fluctuations in such a harsh way, and it's because of that Mercury in retrograde. What did I say? Look at that. I told you it's going to be a little choppy here for you, my friends. Okay. So allow yourself to ride the roller coaster of that Mercury in retrograde. It is something very positive. It's allowing you to take a look at the distractions of things that you may have thought you were healed from, but maybe you weren't. Or maybe you were, but there's still kind of more purging that needs to happen or more release. Be very, very aware, especially if you have strong Mercury placements, whether it's Gemini or Venus, that you may be very much on the edge. Okay. So make sure that during this Mercury retrograde, you allow yourself to lean into the yin energy of connecting, whether through meditation, through prayer. Okay. To your kind of de-stressing type of energy, because you may be feeling a little bit triggered here, or someone might trigger you. So just be in awareness of that energy so that you can sidestep it. Okay. Just take a breather, because there is this energy here that there may be a very big argument, disagreement, or something here that may pop something off here. So we want to avoid that energy, which is probably why your ancestors, your loved ones who've crossed over are like, hey, take it easy. Okay, take it easy. All right. You have here the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, slow moving energy, but one that is focusing here on the hard work, the patience, and the consistency. Mercury retrograde is here to show you what is distracting you from you moving forward, and whatever may be distracting you from your next step or moving forward. Because the Knight of Pentacles, remember, it's the dedication, it's the responsibility, it's the goal that you're trying to reach in a slow, steady pace, but one that also requires you to be very stable and committed to whatever it is. And in order for you to keep marching forward, you need to revisit all this healing that needs to take place so that you can purge it, so you could be a clean slate type of energy. And once Mercury goes direct, okay, after it goes through its shadow period, then you can continue to move forward to whatever it is that you want to accomplish or open up a new chapter in. Okay. I do feel here that Taurus season may be a time here where you're going to start seeing the rewards of something. Taurus season is April, May. So April, May, there could be here some shifts, but again, continue to move forward in whatever this is. But it's super, super important for you to clear this energy during this Mercury retrograde. Okay. So after that Mercury retrograde, it's going to be easier for you to continue to see what it is that you're still committed to and want to achieve long-term goals. Okay. Dedication is key. Consistency is key with Pentacles. Remember, Knights are all about movement. Okay. All right. So let's take a look here. And you may feel like things are going to move a little bit, a little bit more in a stable way once April or May comes in, because that's Taurus season. Compassion. Allow yourself to connect with the compassion rather than the hostility. Remember, I talked about that yin energy at the top of your reading here with the veil between the worlds. Okay. You feel a little bit too shifty, someone's getting on your last nerve. You're feeling a little triggered. Remove yourself from the situation, circumstance, event. Lean into your yin energy. Take it easy, okay? Because there could be here some type of pop off, okay? Meaning, what do I mean by pop off? I mean an argument, a disagreement, someone here, just clashing in some way, shape, or form, okay? Words being exchanged, anger being felt, hostilities, all that energy. So again, just be mindful. Compassion says here, now is the time to be gentler with yourself. Validation, confirmation, because that's exactly what I said here with this card, where it says between the worlds. Remember, I said yin energy, meditation, prayer, connecting with your guides, ancestors, loved ones who've crossed over, keeping it calm, cool, collected. There you go. Now is the time to be gentler with yourself during this Mercury retrograde, which, by the way, it's going to last till March 20th, but towards the end of March, there's always that shadow period. So you may feel more centered come April. Okay. So it says, now is the time to be gentle with yourself, to forgive your shortcomings, stop playing the role of harsh judge and oppressor, and become the compassionate guardian who always protects your own soul. All right, there you go. Charmy Animations, thank you so much for being here. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, continue to subscribe. And of course, thank you so much for being part of the membership tier. All right, up next we have Anaya, but before I jump to Anaya's reading, and Twitter friends, just letting you know that the subscribers list is closed, the session is closed, but you can still be part next time when I come back on. Chances are that's going to be tomorrow, where I'm going to come back and give you more readings here for free 5-minute readings if you haven't already received a reading, okay? So don't unsubscribe, because what's going to end up happening is, guess what? When you come back next time and you want a reading, you're going to have to wait 5 minutes. So you don't want that, right? And remember, everything is first come, first serve. That being said, intuitive friends, up next, we have Anaya 2346. But before I jump into Anaya's reading, intuitive friends, please take a look at your March readings, which, by the way, are all pickle cards, okay? So the more you know about your astrological natal chart, the more you're going to get more messages there. A lot of people always look at the Venus as well. Like, if you know your Venus sign, then feel free to take a look at your Venus section and then just apply that, whatever comes through for love. Okay. So different placements on your astrological natal chart. You have different pick a card readings there for you. So enjoy. Don't forget to give me your thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe, so that I know that you like that pick a card and I could do it like that for April. Okay. So you giving a thumbs up really does let me know if you really like those pick a cards. Okay. All right. All right, up next, we have Anaya 2346. Welcome, Anaya. Thank you so much for being here. And let's take a look here, Anaya, what's coming through for you for entertainment purposes only. Intuitive friends, don't forget to share my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls, so they too can come and share, come and, take part here in this reading, in the free lives when I have them in general, or take a look at the channeled messages on the channel. All right, Anaya 2346. Let's see here what's coming through for you. Just a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Okay. And let's see what's coming through for you. Now, Anaya, these messages, the first deck is going to be a little shadowy, but that's what we want. We want to see what may be distracting here for you. And you have the veil between. Oh, interesting. You got the same message as the person before you. You have the veil between the two worlds. Connect with ancestors and guides. Their wisdom will illuminate your healing path. You know what I'm getting here as I'm reading that? I saw like there's something here about dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, because you may be getting during this Mercury retrograde, whether it's dreams or nightmares. So pay attention. Okay, Anaya, because I'm getting here that there's something here subconsciously that may be coming through your dreams, whether it's a dream or a nightmare, whatever it is, pay attention. Okay, because it could be revealing here something that you still need to heal, that either you thought you were already, that was already dead, done, and over with, or it could be something resurfacing with emotions. It could be maybe a person that you haven't seen in a very long time pop up in your dreams. It could be a situation that may have happened in the real world, in your real life, and then it's kind of coming up in a dream or in a nightmare. Or it could be something that's just really deep and subconscious. But the moment that you're able to take a look and reflect on the dream, or reevaluate the dream, or review the dream and remember your dream, it's like it's going to give you more insight. If it's not dream, it could be a memory, or it could be like a daydream, but I'm getting something here connected to your mind, like dream, dream, daydream. So pay attention what may be coming through here. I'm also getting here during this Mercury retrograde, which, as I said, is going to last all the way through March 20th. There may be here some things that you may want to write down or jot down. So if you don't have a dream journal, or if you don't have a journal for when you do your meditations, when you come out of the meditation, then you should, because there's something here that you're going to, something is going to surface or resurface, but it's coming across as it's like from your mind. And then the mind is going to trigger some type of emotion. And that's going to be part of the healing process here for you during this Mercury retrograde. Let's see what else is coming through for you. Very interesting, right? People can have the same cards, but I get whole different, messages with different people. Cornucopia. The reason why this Mercury retrograde may be surfacing or resurfacing those distractions that are very much connected to things that you need to heal from is because Mercury retrograde is preparing you for your next chapter, your next success, prosperity, or abundance, especially if you've been feeling like it's not coming quick enough. Okay, so there could be some things that you still need to clear subconsciously, or that you've been holding on to your heart or to your emotions or to your mind, that you've been, when you've been very busy, you've kind of, turned your blind eye on it, and you've just been moving forward, which is the reason why Mercury retrograde is super, super important, because it gives us a time to take a moment to ourselves, review, remember, and reflect those things that otherwise we wouldn't really look at, that could be potentially or possibly keeping you from your next level. Okay, let's take a look here. Ayana 2346. What else is coming through for you? I'm also getting here, especially with the I'll take a look at this in a minute, but the veil between the worlds, that this Mercury retro, and I don't know if you have strong placements, I don't know, but whatever it is that you are experiencing, which, by the way, it's going to be a rough ride, excuse me, it's going to be feeling a little bit turbulent. I don't know if the turbulence is because you have strong Mercury placements, or because this Mercury retrograde is happening during Pisces season, which is also closing of chapters. Okay, so there are things that you need to let go of, and it's gonna be like this rough patch. But I'm hearing and I'm seeing, like, when you're on a plane ride and you gotta buckle up, they're showing me the symbol of buckling up. So buckle up. It's only gonna be momentary, but go through the ups and downs of it. Allow yourself to connect in a meditative state, whether it's yoga, meditation, sound healing, working on your 7 chakras, doing whatever spiritual meditative state you come in, or an activity that creates a meditative state. Okay, so it could be sound healing, breath work, it could be painting, listening to music, going out for a walk, whatever it is, because it's preparing you for a time here that once Mercury goes direct and we're out of the shadow period, there's going to be this kind of like flourishing for you. It might take time, but it's coming. See, 5 of Pentacles. I told you, you may be feeling a little bit lost, and your guides are telling you, your ancestors, your loved ones who've crossed over. See? Yeah, it's rough for you, honey. Yeah, you're feeling this Mercury retrograde for real. So listen, I don't know if that's true, but that's what I'm seeing. Energy never lies, and I'm just saying that's what's coming through. Okay. 5 of Pentacles, you feel lost. You feel like you're being left out in the cold in some way, shape, or form. You feel a little bit of that lack. There may have been a lot, like I said, remember that I just said I saw like, a turbulent airplane and you buckling up. Look at that tower moment. Yeah, you're really feeling this, but no worries. Go with emotions, buckle up, allow yourself to connect with meditative activities, or things that bring you to a meditative state. Okay, so you figure out what that may work for you. Take a look at the energy healing and affirmations playlist. There's free resources there for you, so feel free to take a look at that. Okay, my dear. Please. Oh, why am I shuffling this? This is the wrong one. All right. Last but not least, here, Anaya, intuitive friends. Just so you know, the subscriber list is closed, but I want to say there's one spot open for the membership tier for those of you who are members. But ooh, look, jump in. All right, once you go through this rocky period, okay, because Mercury retrograde is going to last until March 20th, but there's always that shadow period. So the moment that things kind of settle down or the dust settles in regards to Mercury retrograde, which by the way, intuitive friends, Mercury retrograde is very positive. It feels uncomfortable. Yes, I know. I'm going through it also. Okay, and I have a very strong Gemini. I have a strong Mercury placement, so I feel it very much. Okay, but just go through the motions. But Anaya, after you go through the shadow period, and once Mercury goes direct, you're going to be more open to follow whatever it is that you have allowed yourself to refocus on. Okay. It says, jump in. The stars won't all align for you. Stop waiting for all conditions to be aligned perfectly. Try what you've been doubting and take a step with confidence. Sometimes action precedes perfection. This moment is when you need to jump in. So, not now, but after that Mercury goes back direct and gets out of the shadow period, and I'm assuming, not assuming, I'm feeling here it's going to be more April than anything else because of that March 20th, and everything needs to settle back into its place. So that may take a little bit more time. So either the ending of March or April, you should start seeing things open up. I do want to say one last thing here, Anaya. I feel that for you, it might even start during Taurus season because I'm getting a lot of earth energy here, and turtles are all about the slow, you know, growth of something, or the slow movement, or the kind of like things taking a little bit longer. So I wouldn't be surprised April or May be more of a, and especially here you have Pentacles energy too. So I feel like April, May be more realistic energetically here for you. That being said, it is going to get better. It's I just saw there you wrote hopefully. It's not hopefully, it will. Okay. Hopefully sounds kind of like I'm not sure or I'm hoping. You got to put your mind to it and say, you know what, this is only, this is just a little turbulent time, because something here, cornucopia, all right, cornucopia has a basket full of bountiful gifts. So this is saying here that it will get better. You just need to go through the motions. But listen, while you're in this kind of turbulent time, it's time for you to clear whatever emotions or things are coming up that are stirring within you. Okay. Emotions, memories, energy. Just again, do your, connect to your seven chakras. Do the 30-minute seven chakra cleansing. Do some sound healing. Do some breath work. Okay. Allow yourself to get into meditative activities, whether it's listening to music, painting, I don't know, whatever it is that you like to do, yoga, tai chi, I don't know, whatever it is that brings you to a meditative state. If I were you, that's what I would be focusing on right now. That being said, Anaya, thank you so much for being here. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Remember, share my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls, and take a look at your March readings. Okay, March readings are up. Okay, intuitive friends, give me a thumbs up on those readings because I did something different this month. Okay, and I did pick a cards. So let me know if you guys like that. All right, up next, it all depends if we have a member or not. So just give me a second. I'm going to take a look now. All righty. Thank you so much, Anaya. All right, so I see here. T, welcome. T, let me see if I gave you a reading already before. Give me 1 second. So let's see. We have Shaylee, we have Belle, Debbie O, Rose. Okay, no, I haven't. So guess what, T? You have that spot. And now the list is officially closed completely, both subscribers and members. Okay? Both lists closed. So T, because you are a member, you are up next. After T, we have Loyal 22.1. Okay, so both lists close. I'm going to write subscribers and members. Okay. Thank you so much, Intuitive friends. If you missed your opportunity, come back tomorrow. I might be doing a live, a super chat live later for those of you who are interested in that type of reading where I'm going to be spilling some tea, but it is not a free reading. Okay. So just wanted to do the free reading first. All right. Yes, you can drop a super T if you want. If you drop a super, you will be getting a super reading. Okay. So if you would like to, no obligations, but if you feel like that's what you want, a super reading here right now, then feel free to drop a super sticker or a super chat. In the meantime, I'm going to start with your reading here. All right, T. So T, let's see what's coming through for you. Let's see how Mercury in retrograde is possibly rewriting your path. Okay, during this Mercury retrograde. Yes, Mercury retrogrades are uncomfortable, but they are necessary. Okay, they give us the opportunity to take a break from the normal hustle and bustle that we go through in life, and it makes us go into a time out, whether that time out is emotionally, mentally, energetically. Okay, thank you so much, T. T has given a super chat or super sticker. Thank you so much, T. This will be your super reading. So after T, Loyal 22, you're going to be up next. Okay. All right, T, let's take a look. As a reminder here, these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Thank you, T, for being part of the membership tier as well as for your super. Let's see what's coming through for you, my dear. What Mercury retrograde is possibly, showing up, making you take a look at here. And you have the guilt trap. Release unnecessary guilt. Self-blame keeps you chained to a cycle of suffering. Okay. So what am I getting here energetically? The guilt trap. Feeling like, obviously feeling guilty for either saying no or strengthening your boundaries here. There's this sense of like either other people guilt tripping you or you feeling a sense of guilt because you're not doing X, Y, and Z, or you're not able to place strong boundaries, or say what you say. What is it? Say what you mean and mean what you say. Okay. So there's a part of you here that there could be a situation, circumstance, event, maybe from the past or recent past, maybe recently, maybe things here that need to be purged, that need to be looked at, that need to be reevaluated in regards to your feelings here of whether it's overcommitment, whether it's people pleasing, whether it's that you've been feeling guilty, or there's still this sense of feeling of guilt for having made certain decisions that you may have felt were needed or necessary. Mercury retrograde may be placing a big spotlight on whatever that may be. And so what Mercury in retrograde may be possibly doing here for you, okay? And yes, it's a positive thing. It may have you take a look at what emotions may be surfacing here having to do with guilt, or having to do here with just like, and when I mean guilt, I mean kind of like feeling bad because you X, Y, and Z, because you said something, did something, but you felt that it was needed. And so maybe by you putting a boundary or saying, listen, I'm going to say no to X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to say yes to me, There may have been some repercussions, and there may be some people here who may have either in the past or recent past made you feel like you did something wrong, but you didn't. You were following your true passion and your true emotion. Or they could be just memories that are connected to certain things here that may be surfacing or resurfacing. Okay. So let's take a look here at what else Mercury retrograde is possibly rewriting your path about. So basically, what this is telling you, it's time for you to release that. It's time, if this is happening, if you are feeling a certain way about something, emotions and thoughts, the guilt, the remorse, the maybe even here the resentment also, because I'm getting here, it could be something that someone feels guilty about, but you feel resentment towards. Whatever those emotions or situations are, Mercury retrograde is saying take a look at that situation, circumstance, or remember that. If you're feeling it, or if it's coming up to your memory, allow yourself to go through the emotions of that and release it so that you can move forward. Okay, because this is super important. This is the best time to take care of this. Now, I'm going to say this because Mercury retrograde usually deals with things from the past. So it might be a situation, circumstance, event, person, or environment, or a specific area of your life that is connected to your past. So it might surface or resurface, whether you see that person, whether you're part of that environment, but there's something here connected to that. So allow yourself to do that clean slate type of energy. Release the thoughts, the emotions, kind of like the residual baggage of that, so that you can, again, turn over a new leaf. You have here anxiety. There you go. Your anxiety may be on high alert. Look at that. Ooh, anxiety and jealousy. Okay, so there could be people here who've been maybe jealous of you in the past or recent past, or there is something that's been very concerning. I'm getting more than one emotion. I'm getting like people who may have come across as friends, family, or loved ones, people that you've trusted. But because you have said no, or you've strengthened your boundaries, or you may have removed yourself, whether willingly or unwillingly, I don't know, from a situation, that you saying something or doing something has created some sense here of, drama here. Like someone has not been happy that you've placed your foot down here in regards to something very much connected to the past or recent past. It created a lot of anxiety, but you may have made certain changes for yourself. People weren't happy. Okay. People were gossiping about it. People were envious or jealous about it, or people may have been guilt tripping you about it. Let me know in the chat, okay, if that is correct, because this is coming through, that if this is not something that's already happened, okay, there could be some emotions connected to that situation from the past or recent past, or issues that may be surfacing or resurfacing that may kind of bring back those memories of that. So let me know how accurate that is. But yeah, I'm feeling that energy very, very deeply here with the guilt trap. All right, intuitive friends, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you, my dear. All righty, let's see. I feel that you choosing you, whether it's been recently or whether it's something that you may have chosen or decided to do in the past or recent past, ruffled feathers here. Okay. This is just talking about it because it's an emotion or an energy that's connected, but this reading is talking about that you need to let that go. You need to release that during this Mercury retrograde, especially with the fact that this is happening during Pisces season. Okay, so you gotta let this go, heal through it, but you gotta let it go. Look at that emotional healing, Queen of Cups. Validation, confirmation, exactly, and the Knight of Wands. Queen of Cups. Allow yourself to lean into your emotional maturity and your emotional intelligence. This is saying the moment that you continue to clear this, and if I were you, I would recite the Hopa Opa Nopa chant so that you could release all this guilt or all this, pent up energy. Release it, work on your heart chakra, release all this energy so that you can have a connection. You can finally reconnect or understand why certain things, you're like connecting the dots of why certain things may have happened in the past or recent past, what you need to do to ensure that it doesn't happen again in different forms. Okay, because remember, it may be in one area, but then it'll pop up in another area or aspect of your life. So make sure that you heal this in general so it doesn't pop up again in other areas of your life. So the Queen of Cups, emotional maturity, emotional intelligence. Queen of Cups is emotionally secure. So, like I said at the top of the reading, not letting people convince you that what you may have done or said, or the the healthy boundaries that you may have placed, that you should release them just because, it's not working out for them for whatever reason, or for this person, or whatever situation this is. So Queen of Cups is able to connect those dots, emotional maturity, emotional intelligence. Okay. You're more focused. And the reason why you need to, clear this is so that you can level up in a way where you become more connected to your emotional well-being, so that you can connect with your emotions in a healthy way, so that you can do the nurturing and the compassion that you need for yourself, self-love, self-care, and then allow yourself to move towards the next chapter, or to the direction here that your creativity, that your passion, that your motivation, and that fire in your belly is pulling you towards. Okay, so I do feel that there's going to be a great shift that may be popping up during Aries season, which I will say Mercury retrograde is going to be a little choppy here for that first March part, but the April part may be looking a whole lot better for you. Okay, so there goes that. Now, you do have a super reading, so let's go and dive a little deeper. And see what else is coming through. Give me more clarity here on the guilt trap here for T. Give me more here for guilt trap for T. Give me more clarity. Let's see here. Yeah, it's going to be super important for you to dive deep emotionally. Things, and I'm telling you, this is something that happens in the past or recent past that may be resurfacing. So whether this is a memory, an emotion, a thought, maybe seeing someone from the past, maybe this past is connected to friends, family, loved ones, maybe is a drama that happened in the past, and it's just like Pandora's box reopens again here. But whatever it is, it's you giving yourself the self-love and the nurturing that you need in order for you, number one, to connect those dots, like I said, all those dots there are actually hearts and pentacles, so that you can come out winning. Okay, once this Mercury retrograde is done. So very much connected to what I was picking up at the top of the reading. Let's go a little bit deeper here, and let's get to the next column, where we're going to find out more clarity here in connection to that anxiety and envy. What may be this be talking about? So I do feel that you're going to come across some type of like plus here. There may be some reaping of rewards that you're going to get once this Mercury retrograde moves out the way, once the shadow period moves out the way, once the dust settles, once you clear this energy by reciting the Ho'oponopono chant, by working on your heart chakra, by letting this go during Pisces season, there's going to be some reaping of the rewards of you being able to do that. And I feel that the reaping of the rewards will be that you will feel more energetically inspired, creative, and passionate about moving, whether this is traveling, whether it's you physically moving from one location to another location, whether it's job or whether it's your resident, your place where you live, city, town, state, country, or just the energy of moving towards a new chapter or a new beginning or a new passion here also. Remember, Knights are all about movement and Wands are about being proactive. So look at that, joy evolution. Interesting, you have here trees, and trees usually come across as a symbol for me. Okay, everybody has their own symbols, you know, psychic mediums, we all have our own symbols, but trees to me connect to two things. Number one, family. This may be connected to family. Why am I saying family? Family tree. This can be connected to family, to children, okay, to people that you consider family, but usually here, or people who've raised you as family, okay, or you've raised as family. So there you go. So there's an evolution here that may have occurred and within you, within yourself, where someone here was not happy at how you may have done what you may have done. It may have been your family. Okay. All right. Or if you were in a partnership or something having to do with partnership, children, family, things of that nature, you know, it may have rubbed somebody the wrong way. I said that at the top of the reading, but it's coming up again. Joy evolution. You and others are growing together, supporting each other. And maybe it is that they felt that there was a lack of support, but guess what? You needed to let something go, especially this energy, that environment, person, or people, so that you can grow. Whatever this is about, it was causing some type of stagnation. You finally have either realized that in the past or recent past, or you may be realizing now during this Mercury retrograde that it's your time to shine. It's your time to grow. It's your time to self-care. And it's your time to listen to your passion and be proactive on the things that you want to accomplish. This could also be here, this sense of like a version of yourself that you weren't able to embrace and be yourself in a particular situation, circumstance, or event, maybe revolving family, like I said, because trees is very much connected to that, or people that may have raised you, or people you may have raised. Okay. So again, I'm getting a family type of energy there. You let me know if that makes sense. Queen of Cups and Knight of Wands. Very beautiful energy here. Okay, so I feel that once the dust settles here with Mercury retrograde and once Pisces season closes, you're going to feel really good here about something. Now I have a lot of kind of like scattered elements here. Okay, so I'm getting earth element here with the pentacles here with this turtle, also pentacles energy with that turtle. I'm also, which pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm also getting water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces here with this Queen of Cups, and I'm getting fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So that may be important here in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so if it's not a person, it could be talking about season. All right, let's take a look at the next column. And you have here nimble bat, perception, change, flexibility. You need to have the courage to face the darkness within you. Again, second time that this is coming across as something that needs to continually be worked on during this Mercury retrograde. You letting go of emotions, resentment, guilt, remorse, feeling a certain sort of way about whatever may have either happened in the past or recent past, or you know, maybe popping up here or surfacing or resurfacing. Nimble is the quickness, like you being flexible and kind of allowing yourself to adjust as you go through this Mercury retrograde roller coaster. So again, it's time for you to take a look at that shadow and use Mercury retrograde as that energy. Okay, so there you go. All right, let's take a look at the next deck here. Intuitive friends, if you've been wondering what a super reading looks like, this is an example. Okay, this is exactly what we do here when you do a super chat. Wow, two things popped up here for you. Marriage. Marriage could be literally marriage connected to family. Okay, whether it's your family or some type of in-laws here. Marriage could also be connected here, maybe your love life. So it doesn't have to be marriage. It could be your love life. But remember that I said it could be very much connected to family. Marriage is also coming across as commitment. You having the commitment to pour into you at this moment in time. You have here moon, changes in your life. I don't know what the other card says, but it says changes in your life. So again, you may be feeling a little bit rocky. You may be feeling this up and down roller coaster during this Mercury retrograde, but it's allowing you to connect the dots and allowing you here to let go of the anxiety, of the guilt, of the remorse, of um the resentment here connected to, again, to whatever this evolution that you need to go through. You have moon here. Fly, a period of ill health or depression. Maybe the situation, circumstance, or event may have caused in the past or recent past some sense of depression, or maybe you're going through kind of like the sadness, nostalgia during this Mercury retrograde. Okay, this is telling you again, let that go. It says a meeting with a stranger could be important. Now, that could be the case, especially because you have here the Queen of Cups. Queen has nothing to do with gender. It is about the compassion that others may share for you, or there could be here a new person, a new situation, circumstance, or event, especially here with handshake. There could be new negotiations, new circles of friends, people that you may be meeting that are brand new, that you feel very much either emotionally connected to, or you just feel like energetically, like you're connecting either to new people. So there could be some shifts coming up. Okay, whether it's in work, whether it's friends, family, loved ones, networking, friends of friends, clients, but there's this energy here of connecting with new people and you really feeling very much not only energetically connected to the experience, because it's going to bring you some sense of like you feel really good about what either this newness may be, new meeting new people, expanding your social circle here. Okay, maybe going out a little bit more. Okay, allowing yourself to really just emotionally connect with others here, or energetically, because the Queen of Cups is all about the energy. If someone doesn't feel like they're in the right energy, you're not even going to bother, connecting in that way, or at the very least, investing in any way in regards to kind of like friendship or stuff like that. So that's what that's coming through. All right, so very, very interesting. Last but not least, let's take a look at what else is coming through for you. Up next, we have Loyal, you are up next. But first, let's finish up here with T. And Twitter friends, if you're watching this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you can have an opportunity during the first come, first serve live, where I do channel messages here for my subscribers. So just make sure that you take a look at all that information, subscribe, and let's see what's coming up for you, T, here. Last but not least, T, you have warrior spirit. You see you standing in your power. That's going to be very important. That's the reason why I was saying proactive energy here with the Knight of Wands. Okay, Knight of Wands, you're riding this fire wave solo. Okay, you're like, you feel more confident. There's this freedom of feeling like you could move towards the things that bring you joy, or the things that you feel, or the people, or the energy that feels more connected. You're committed to making yourself the priority. You're committed to allowing yourself to connect in different spheres. You're letting go of the depression, sadness, and those changes here that are very much connected to that guilt trip energy. Warrior spirit says, remember that I said about fire? Remember I said Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? Yeah, I told you during Aries season, you're gonna feel very fired up. Okay, look at that. I mean, literally two different decks, but both people are facing in the same direction with a wand in their hand. I mean, talk about validation confirmation here. Look at that. All right. I don't know if you are if you're a fire sign, a water sign. Oh, interesting. Scorpio, I'm getting, because Scorpio is like the water fire sign. It's a water sign, but it has a lot of fire energy. That could be also here. But I wouldn't be surprised if you're like Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, because of that Queen of Cups. But definitely here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is showing up. So if anything, that is probably a very important placement you may possibly have on your astrological natal chart. If it's not a placement, this is talking about during Aries season, something is going to pop up in a very beautiful way. It says you're being called to show your unyielding will, where every conflict in your life becomes a proving ground for your resilience. Remember that I was talking about that here. You strengthening your boundaries and really saying what you mean and meaning what you say. It says you must hold your ground no matter what external pressure. Remember that I was talking about that guilt trip. Someone guilt tripping you, making you feel bad because you're putting yourself first. There you go. No matter what, no matter the external pressure, you already possess all the tools to fight this battle. Just trust your abilities. Again, you're very much committed to moving forward. I'm going to show you here what's here so you can see it's not me trying to make something fit. It's not. It literally is what I just channeled a little while ago. Okay, so there you go. T, thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for being part of the membership tier. And thank you so much for making this a super reading. Please let me know in the chat or in the comment section. Drop a rose. Let me know if these messages resonated for you, if you want to do it in a very anonymous way. That being said, if you did write anything, I'll take a look at it in a bit. If not, no worries. You could just drop a rose. That tells me that it resonated, okay? That being said, intuitive friends, up next, we have Loyal. But before I jump into Loyal's reading, I do want to say here, intuitive friends, if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you just subscribed today, welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for being part of the Lexa Tarot community. If you are a subscriber that is a current subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support. And thank you for being here. Don't forget to take a look at your March readings. All the March readings are there, intuitive friends. So take a look. This month, I did something very different. I turned it into a pick a card reading. So allow your intuition to be your guide in which direction here you may be selecting that pick a card. And the more you know about your placements on your astrological natal chart, the more that you're going to be able to get more, details here. Now, I know I haven't mentioned it lately, but I'm going to mention it now. Take a look at your 2026 quarterly readings. I placed them all in the bonus playlist. That is going to give you a whole entire overall picture of 2026. I chopped that down into 4 quarters. Take a look at the different quarters as 2026 unfolds, okay? There's lots there that may be very useful because there's a lot of energies here. There's a lot going on planetary-wise, energy-wise throughout 2026, okay? So that can give you a very possible predictive overview of 2026 along with your monthly readings. So don't forget to take a look at that. All right, intuitive friends, guess what? Up next, we have Loyal. Okay, Loyal, give me 1 second, my dear, because hold on, I just held that reversed. Okay, there we go. Loyal, just give me 2 seconds. Okay, Annabelle, I'll tell you right now in a minute, honey. Give me 1 second. Don't worry, I'm going to still do your reading regardless, okay? I mean, everyone that's on the list, I'm going to do your readings. So no worries about that. Just give me 1 second. All right, intuitive friends. All right, so let's take a look here. I know it's a bit of a long wait, intuitive friends, but, especially when there's super readings, but, pardon the wait. All right, intuitive friends, let's see. T, you wrote, I used to place so much importance on my family. When I finally put myself first, they started to get better for me. There you go. I've accomplished so much by myself, and you're going to keep accomplishing, because that Knight of Wands is telling you you're still going to move forward. When I thought I was going to fail, perfect. I'm a Scorpio and my mom is a Sagittarius. Interesting. Yeah, I'm still in training for a new job after being laid off for 2 months ago. It's been a struggle. My emotions are all over the place. No worries, just ride the wave. Wow, thank you so much for letting me know. All right, thank you. Wow, talk about validation confirmation there. Thank you so much, T. All right. All right, hopefully this is not, can you guys see me? Okay, perfect. Now, thank you so much, T. Now I'm going to jump to Loyal 22.1. Now, guess what? It's only going to be subscribers because we're done with the members. Okay, so I'm not going to go back and forth. This is going to be straight through channeling for subscribers only. So I have Loyal 22.1. You're coming up next. After Loyal 22.1, we have Ashuman Y8J, followed by Tamika, followed by Jack Cal, followed by Annabelle Stones, and last but not least, real life topics revealed. Okay, so now it's going to be a lot quicker here. So no worries about so far I haven't had another super reading, so we're good in regards to moving forward a little bit quicker now. Okay. All right, Intuitive friends. Hello, Loyal 2022. Welcome back. Just a reminder here, Loyal 22.1, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And let's take a look here at how Mercury's retrograde possibly is rewriting your path and removing what distracts you and allowing you to move to the next level. Okay, so Loyal 22.1, let's see what's coming through for you. This is going to be a quick 5-minute mini reading. And then after Loyal 22.1, we have Ashuman. After Ashuman, we have Tamika, followed by Jack Cal, followed by Annabelle Stones. Annabelle Stones has a super reading, so that one's going to be a little bit longer. So real life topics revealed, you might have to wait a little bit, quite a bit of time here, but no worries, you're still going to be getting a reading today. Okay. All right, 22.1, Loyal 22.1. Let's see what's coming through for you. What is coming through for you? And you have here strength and vulnerability. As a reminder here, Loyal 22.1, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting your path or making you take a look at something that may be distracting here in your life. And it says strength and vulnerability. True courage is allowing yourself to be seen even in your most raw state. Sometimes or there could be a situation, circumstance, or an event in the past or recent past, or something that may be coming up here during Mercury retrograde. Well, it will bring you back to you feeling like I can't be open about something, or I just want to be a little bit reclusive. I don't want to open up how I truly feel about something or think about something. And that may be a little bit challenging here, a type of energy that may resurface here for you during Mercury retrograde. And the reason why it's popping up for you here, Loyal 22.1, is because you need to kind of, in a way, outgrow that energy. You need to allow yourself to lean into your yin energy, when you're able to, when it calls for it. Okay. So showing your vulnerability here is one of these things where it's actually more strength and allowing yourself to lean into that state where you can open your heart or open up your emotions, open up what you've been thinking about or feeling to those either safe environments or people that you trust. Okay. But opening up is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of you being more connected to your strength. Okay. So maybe there's kind of like, maybe you may have been in situations in the past or recent past, or maybe grew up in a family or with a cultural belief that you cannot show your emotions, or that showing your emotions or talking about things that may be, not happening very nicely, like, just issues that you may, that might pop up in life, that may have been seen as kind of like, that's not what we do. We don't talk about our emotions, or we don't talk about vulnerability. Maybe you were raised in that type of environment, but this is talking about Mercury in retrograde is shining a big light for you to have that type of reflection or reevaluation, and allow yourself to get out of that masculine yang energy and allow yourself to yield into that yin vulnerable energy. And masculine energy has nothing to do with gender. It's about feeling like you always have to go, 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 go. Okay. And be stoic or be very logical and analytical. Let's take a look at the next card here for you. You have action. What did I say? Maybe you've been under the go, 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 go in recently, and maybe something here is kind of like not feeling quite the same, because maybe you're being put on the what I call the planetary time out during this Mercury retrograde. Maybe something is not moving as you would like. Maybe there's a very important reason why you need to go back to this energy, or to remember the situation, circumstance, or event, so that you can heal it and then have more energy or more focus on where it is that you want to move towards, or the next thing that you want to level up in. But it's important for you to clear that energy, because it says here that true courage is allowing yourself to be seen. So stepping up and saying the things that you need to say to the people that you need to say it to, or not be kind of so introverted that you're letting everyone lead, and you're kind of left behind in a way. Okay, let's take a look at the next deck here for you. Loyal 22.1. This could be in any area of your life. Okay, you have the Ace of Pentacles, beautiful energy. And the reason why it's super important for you to take a look at this energy of strength and vulnerability, is because there may be so much movement and action and focus and fire that it's not allowing you to ground your energy. So by allowing Mercury in retrograde to bring you to this kind of awareness, or to this yin energy of just taking a moment to step back and pay attention, to review, and to see here what needs to be reorganized, what needs to be redirected, and how you can do that. It's placing you on some type of time out during this Mercury retrograde, which is going to last until March 20th. It could last even a little bit longer, a week or two after that, due to the shadow period. Okay, so once you deal with this energy, clear it, allow yourself to release it, heal it, reflect, extract important lessons that you need so that you can move forward. There may be an opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles, okay, where you may be reaping the rewards. Okay, so action is really good. That's very nice. However, if it's too much action and not enough rest, you're going to burn yourself out, or you're going to feel drained, which is the reason why Mercury in retrograde is giving you an opportunity to rethink how much action is either draining you, or how you're going to move forward once you get out of this Mercury in retrograde. Last but not least, let's take a look at what else is coming through for you. All right, loyal to, ooh, when I said that, direction. Wow, I just said that. I just talked about that. The moment that I was going to do that just flipped right out of the deck. So you already know. Remember, I was just talking about direction with the horses. By the way, this year is the year of the fire horse in the Chinese calendar. So there could be a lot of things happening here, one right after the other. So much so, it's like I'm seeing a lot of waves, like one wave, another wave, another wave, another wave. You're not getting time to rest. So it's time to rest during this Mercury retrograde. Maybe not physically, but energetically. Okay, if you can do physically, like take a mental health day, throughout, one day here, one day there during Mercury retrograde is really going to give you the sense of anchoring that you need. Because the Ace of Pentacles, there may be an opportunity that may be coming up, or you may be reaping the rewards here. It says direction. In reality, a compass isn't always stable. It gets distorted with external factors. I feel that there's that movement energy that I was picking up. Your heart may also waver with the environment. I feel that that may be the case here because of the Mercury retrograde. I was just talking about that. But true resilience lies in finding strength to move forward, even in uncertainty. Okay, there you go. So take a moment to recap before you move potentially here into a new uh, direction. Okay, because there's something here about you moving in a new direction or wanting to move in a new direction that you want it to reap a lot of rewards. So there may be some type of shifts, decisions, or options that you may be confronted with here. I'm going to bring this a little closer there to the camera so that you can see that. And you may feel a little uncertain again because of that Mercury retrograde. Remember, Mercury, the planet Mercury is very much connected to the mind. So right now, maybe you're kind of like not sure about something, but the more you take your time to ground your energy and connect with your yin energy, the more clarity that you're going to get in regards to this next move that could, by the way, if it is a next move, it's going to take some time for it to open up and yield the rewards, but it's coming. Okay. It just may take some time. All right, so thank you so much, Loyal 22.1. Up next, we have Ashuman. Let me know in the comment section, Loyal 22.1, or here in the chat if these messages resonated for you. Up next, we have Ashuman, but before I jump to Ashuman's reading, I do want to say, intuitive friends, if you're visiting for the first time, welcome. If you just subscribed today, thank you. And if you are a current subscriber, welcome back. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my information is down below. Don't forget to take a look at the free resources I have on my channel. And I want to say thank you to Butterfly for being here today. I really appreciate your help, Butterfly. Intuitive friends, don't forget to take a look at those March readings. There is pick a cards for the March readings. Okay, so take a look. There's lots there for those of you who are very interested in opening up the new chapter of Aries season and closing that chapter that we're going through right now in Pisces season. There's a pick a card there for you as well. Take a look at the pick a cards list. Take a look at the bonus messages where you have your quarterly readings. Listen, there's lots there on the channel. So even if you didn't get a reading with me today, you have a lot of resources and tools and pick a card readings, as well as other types of readings on my channel, so you can take a look. Now, let's review the list here so we're all in awareness of what's coming up down the list. So Ashuman, I'm going to give Ashuman's reading right now. Again, it's a 5-minute mini reading. So is Tamika. After Ashuman, we have Tamika. After Tamika, we have Jack Cal. After Jack Cal, we have Annabelle Stones. Annabelle Jones is going to have a super reading. Okay, so real life topics revealed. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer than the usual. But other than that, that is the list that I have here for you. All right, intuitive friends, give me 2 seconds. Let me take a sip of my green juice, and then we're going to continue jumping into the readings. All right. Up next, we have Ashuman. Hello, Ashuman. Thank you so much for being here. Ashuman, let's take a look at what's coming through for you. This is a free 5-minute mini reading for entertainment purposes only. So let's see what's coming through for you. How's Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting your path or removing what may be distracting you so that you can jump and, elevate, go to the next level? Okay, let's see what's coming through for you, my dear. You have here the guilt trap. There may have been some decisions, situations, circumstances, or events in the past or recent past, or there may be some residual guilt, or maybe even here resentment connected to things that may have happened for you in the past or recent past. Now, remember, you just saw that I said for you, not to you. So it's not this, oh, something happened to me. It's like it happened for you so that you could release yourself from some type of unnecessary person, situation, circumstance, event, or environment. Okay. You may have made you may have been made to someone made you feel a certain way about this. Okay. They may have made you feel like, like, why are you doing that? You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have made that choice. You shouldn't have made that decision, because it's no longer benefiting them. It's benefiting you. So this could be a lot of people pleasing that may have happened in the past or recent past. And due to that people pleasing, you may have placed yourself in situations where, you may have overextended your generosity, and maybe it was met by some type of, not that reciprocal energy in return. Okay, so whatever this is, if it's not something in the past, it could be an emotion that you may have felt not so long ago. Okay, all right, let's see what's coming through. You have here storm warning again. Ooh, with deceit. What? Look at that. With deceit. Yeah, there were some things here that needed to be cleared for you. There's something here that needed to be cleared in the past or recent past, or maybe coming up. There may be something here that's going to trigger you, and it's going to make you go back to this lesson that you learned before. And the reason Mercury retrograde is saying that you got to go back and clear this, whether it's residual energy of guilt, whether it's that people-pleasing tendency that you may kind of resort to, saying yes, yes, yes to everything just because you don't want to rock the boat, so to speak, or you don't want to create opposition. But this is talking about you need to clear that either self-sabotaging habit or clear this energy in regards, maybe even here having a fear about speaking the truth or overcommitting yourself to the point that you're giving so much that you're not getting back the same in return. So there's this focus on being very aware of that energy so that you can heal it, so you can let go of it. All right. If it means you speaking up, okay, then you need to speak up. If it's talking about unspoken resentment, then you need to let that go. If it's talking about outgrowing some type of belief system that makes you feel guilty because you're putting yourself first, that needs to be let go. Not only because it's Mercury retrograde, but also because we are in Pisces season. So this is the best time to let that go. All right. That being said, let's take a look at Ashuman, what's coming through for you here. And you have here Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is about connecting with people who are like-minded. Okay, people who value you the same way you value them, they value you. Three of Pentacles is teamwork, it's collaborative energy. And maybe there were some things in the past or recent past that emphasize, especially with the fact that storm warning right behind it, you had to see. There were some situations, circumstances, and events in the past or recent past, or something that may be coming up during Mercury retrograde, whether it's the same lesson or whether it's the same emotion or kind of similar pattern, where you need to realize who's really on your team and who isn't. Who wants to really work with you and help build and be productive and be helpful and be supportive, and who doesn't. All right, Ashuman, let's see, last but not least. Up next, we have Tamika. Tamika, you are up next. And you have here Jump In. Jump In says, and I feel this is very much connected to the Three of Pentacles. I don't know if there's a project in the near future that you want to continue to explore, or the type of connections that you want to explore, or people here, maybe this is in the work setting, maybe this is in the family setting, this could be, or maybe in your love life, working with your partner here. Like, working together. There's a feeling here of you working with other people who have similar values. Jump in says the stars won't all align up for you. Stop waiting for every single detail or all the conditions to be aligned perfectly. Try what you've been doubting, and it feels very much connected to this, and take steps with confidence. Okay, I feel that the guilt trap may have chipped away at your confidence because of what people have said, done, or what you have experienced. This says here, try what you've been doubting and take a step with confidence. Sometimes action precedes perfection. This moment is when you need to jump in. All right. So this Mercury retrograde is giving you the opportunity to clear this energy so that you can jump in either opportunities with people, social circles, or environments that actually value you and that you are being valued. That being said, Ashuman, thank you so much for joining the chat, the reading. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Up next, we have Tamika. After Tamika, we have Jack Cal. After Jack Cal, we have Annabelle Stones. After Annabelle Stones, we have real life topics revealed. That being said, intuitive friends, up next, we have Tamika. But before I jump into Tamika's reading, intuitive friends, I do want to remind you, if you subscribed today, thank you. Thank you for joining the Lexa Tarot community. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. If you want to know more about me, my clients' testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All that information is there, okay? All right. That being said, up next we have Tamika. Hello, Tamika. If you're here, give me a thumbs up. If not, hopefully you'll be able to see your reading later. But Tamika, let's take a look here at what's coming through for you in regards to how Mercury retrograde is possibly rewriting your path or putting a spotlight in an area of your life or a situation, circumstance, event, energy, emotion. Ooh, that is very important here for you to know about so that you can level up. You just saw you got two cards that just jumped out of the deck. Listen carefully as a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. It says, turning pain into purpose. Your struggles can become the foundation of your greatest strength. Those situations, circumstances, events, experience, people that you went through the ups and downs, people that made you go through certain lessons, super important. Maybe you're going to be remembering those things. Maybe you're going to be revisiting some common themes here from the past. However, Mercury retrograde may show this energy as well as the energy of the shadow's gift. Within darkness lies wisdom. The pain you've endured is shaping you into someone stronger. Both of these cards are talking about shaping you into someone stronger, into someone more resilient. So whatever it is that you may have thought was happening to you was actually happening for you. And I'm getting here a blessing in disguise. This blessing in disguise may have been very painful, but it turned into something being either making you aware of either your life purpose or your soul purpose. So it may have redirected you in a direction where there's an awareness. Now, this may have happened in the past or recent past, and maybe you've been on that journey. But the reason why it's coming up here during Mercury retrograde is saying that there could be here the resurfacing of these emotions, thoughts, or this energy that may be coming up and popping up again, whether it's revisiting, whether it's something that needs to be decluttered, or whether it's this type of emotional or mental disruption that you may be feeling. But it's important for you to clear that, especially during this Pisces season, okay? So Tamika, let's take a look at your second card. Second card, the garden and the gates. Maybe you're feeling a little bit hesitant, or maybe here, Tamika, you've been feeling a little bit lackluster because of that Mercury retrograde. Now, listen, it's super important for us to go through retrogrades because it allows us to take a moment to step back, just like this person is stepping back in this garden in the gate. It places you in a position where you take a step back so that you can give something a really good sense of reevaluation, so that you can clear the distraction, so that you could be ready to take a move or step forward. Ooh, you have the Six of Swords. Yeah, so you could leave behind those emotional or mental baggages that you may be carrying, whether consciously or subconsciously. So there you go, Six of Swords energy. There's going to be a point here that after this retrograde, you're going to be, in a way, challenged to get out of your comfort zone in some way, shape, or form, but also keeping in mind the lessons that you learned here in this situation, circumstance, or event. All right, let's take a look at this other card, and then, of course, we'll jump to the last and final card for you. And you have here the Emperor. Listen, Aries season, the kickoff of Aries season may look very good for you. I'm getting here more April than anything else, not only because it says the number 4 of the Emperor, but also here because Aries season is also influencing the month of April, okay? March, the ending of March and the beginning of April. So the Emperor card here, this is super important. When you move forward, okay, when you clear, declutter this revisiting of emotions, memories, or whatever this may be, allow yourself to release whatever this is about and allow yourself to move towards something that may feel a little bit uncomfortable, or you may be a little bit hesitant. But remember, you have the lessons from the past to build on, to be more secure. Remember, the Emperor in Tarot is seated at the throne because he has earned it. So you have earned your next success or the next venture that you may want to move towards. You've earned your position, but you got to be confident. Push away or don't be swayed by your emotions, because the Emperor does not let emotions sway him in any way. He really focuses on organization. He focuses on strong boundaries. The Emperor card, or the Emperor energy, I should say, is very much focusing on management, organization, being practical, being, creating some sense of routine, direction, and focus so that he can move something forward, but from a leadership standpoint. Okay. Last but not least, Tamika, let's see what else is coming through for you. Up next, we have Jackal. Tamika, you have here integrity, and there may be situations in the past or recent past where people may have backstabbed you, okay? Where people may not have been as honest as or transparent as they should have. And you may still have a little bit of that residual resentment or energy in regards to either a person, people, situation, circumstance, event, or environment. Integrity says here the following: don't compromise just to people please to others. Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay, this is talking about you not allowing yourself to continue some type of people pleasing energy that you may be very easily kind of used to doing. So Tamika, integrity says don't compromise just to please others. You're called to stand firm in your own principles, just like the Emperor in Tarot, like I just said. It says, even if they go against the mainstream, be brave in your authenticity. Remember that I said you're going to have to let go of some type of memory or some type of, energy here, and you're going to have to move forward. Okay, because that's going to allow you to feel more connected to your energy here of the Emperor. It says, be brave in your authenticity and your path will become clearer. All right, Tamika, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being here. I hope these messages have been insightful. Up next, we have Jack Cal. But before I jump into Jack Cal's reading, just a reminder here, Intuitive Friends, If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so that you can take part in future readings, okay? Intuitive friends, if you are part, oh, wait, I'm putting this in the wrong direction here. Okay, there we go. All right. Just remember, intuitive friends, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And if you're interested in getting to know more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All that information is down below. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Up next, we have Jack Cal. But before I jump into Jack Cal, just give me 2 seconds, and I'll jump into Jack Cal's reading. All right, intuitive friends, up next we have Jack Cal. Jack Cal, you are up next. Intuitive friends, just a reminder, take a look at the pinned comment above. The session is closed, but feel free to join me back again tomorrow. I might do a reading later today. I don't know. I have to figure out what I'm going to do. Only because I do want to start doing some live Spanish readings. So we'll see if I might actually test that out today. Okay. If not, I'm definitely doing a live, what is it? A super chat live. Okay. All right, intuitive friends. Let's see who's up next. We have Jack Cal. After Jack Cal, guess what? Annabelle Stones, you're going to come up next. And then after Annabelle Stones, we have real life topic revealed. Okay. So let me just write the list here very quickly, only because I have the time to do that right now. So right now we have, let me just write now. Okay, we have Jack Cal. And then I'm going to write next. We have Annabelle. After Annabelle Stones, we have real life topic. All right, there we go. That should be helpful. So like that, everyone knows who's coming up next. Okay. Jack Cal, welcome. If you're not here, then come back later and see where your reading is here. But that being said, intuitive friends, thank you so much for your thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. All right, Jack Cal, this reading is for you. Thank you so much, Ascending Butterfly, for your love, your loyalty, and your support here, helping here in the channel. I just took my eye off what just popped up, so sorry about that, but let's see what's coming through. Jack Cal, what or how Mercury retrograde is possibly rewriting your path? You have unexpected grief. Okay, I'm sorry, not unexpected, unexpressed. Sorry about that. Okay, unexpressed grief. Jack Cal, you may be entering or feeling a little bit heavy on the emotions. If it's not heavy on the emotions, there's a sense of nostalgic or melancholic energy that you may be experiencing during Mercury in retrograde, which is normal because that's usually this kind of energy where it's like you feel it, especially if you have very strong placements of Mercury on your astrological natal chart, or if you have Gemini or Virgo somewhere in there, you may feel it a little bit heavier. Unexpressed grief says suppressed sorrow manifests in unexpected ways. Interesting, because I said unexpected grief, not knowing. That's what I channeled, and it still says unexpected. So very interesting. Allow yourself to mourn fully. If there is an ending, a breakup, separation, divorce, whether it's in your love life, whether it's in any other area, work, family, loved ones, friendship, connections, romantic connections, friend connections, however this may resonate, there could be some energies that may be popping up from the past or recent past and may be resurfacing. It might not be connected to anything that you're experiencing now. It's just maybe residual emotional heaviness that needs to be excuse me, that needs to be purged or needs to be released. The unexpected grief here could also be a possible situation, circumstance, or event that you may go through here during this Mercury retrograde that may trigger this sense of sadness. Or you just kind of like, I don't know why I'm feeling so melancholic, sad, depressed. Why do I feel this way? There isn't a reason for it. I just feel this way. And if that's the case, that's what this is doing. Mercury retrograde is allowing you to release and heal that energy so that you can take that emotional time out or mental time out to recalibrate your energy. Okay, let's take a look here, Jack Cal. What else is coming up? Let's all say thank you to Butterfly. Thank you so much, Butterfly, for volunteering here on the channel. I greatly appreciate it. All right, let's take a look here. Jack Cal, what's coming through? What's surfacing or resurfacing here? Ooh, adjacent possibilities. Listen, this is only a moment. Yeah, adjacent possibility with community. Listen, you may even have been feeling like you really don't want to hang out with some people. You may feel a little bit on the reclusive type of energy, like the Hermit card in Tarot. Maybe you've been feeling kind of, I just want to take a moment to decompress. And that may be this energy that you may be experiencing. If it's not grief, if it's not, it could just be that, again, listen, the Hermit card in Tarot is ruled by Virgo, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's this energy of like you not really wanting to connect to a lot of people, or kind of being too much in the social scene right now because you're kind of recalibrating emotionally. But I feel that once this Mercury retrograde kind of gets off, or kind of just moves by, okay, and the dust settles and the shadow side gets, we get over this Mercury retrograde, there may be options or possibilities that may be more open for you, or that you're going to be focusing on, or that may be at your disposal. So don't be surprised. This is just temporary. Okay. If there is something that you may be experiencing here during Mercury retrograde, by the way, something just flipped over. I don't see. I told you I'm not feeling like you're doing a lot of moves, but you do have the King of Pentacles right after that. So yeah, Two of Wands, you may be in this energy of just, planning, figuring something out. Maybe you're kind of in the middle here of two choices. Should I go left? Should I go right? Should I move in this direction? Should I move in this other direction? Okay, Two of Wands here is coming across as kind of like this moment where there is a feeling here, Jack Cal, where you feel like something is at a standstill. Okay, and whatever it is, take your time. Okay, don't rush it. Really look at all the possibilities, options, look at the pros, look at the cons, and allow yourself to slowly, here with the King of Pentacles energy, allow yourself to slowly connect to what you feel once Mercury retrograde, we get out of this energy, that makes you feel like it's a really good opportunity, that you feel like you're grounded, that you feel that is stable, that is secure, that's going to allow you to grow, okay, that you're going to be able to have your hard work be recognized and be valued by other people, depending on what this area of your life may be for you. But Jack Cal, the King of Pentacles, is a beautiful energy to end this reading, because it's saying you're going to reap the rewards of something that you've been focusing on. But before you allow yourself to know in which direction you should move towards, or which opportunity you should grab or move towards with the Two of Wands, there's an energy here with the Two of Wands where there's a pause. There's a sense of like, okay, let me take a moment. Let me just take a look at all the possible options, choices, or situations here that make sense for me. And the one that you're going to either choose, or the one that you're going to commit yourself to keep pouring in patiently and consistently, is the one that you feel it's going to be more stable for yourself, especially if this is talking about some type of option or decision, because it's coming back to back with adjacent possibilities. Jack Cal, let's take a look at your last and final card. Up next, we have Annabelle Stones. Annabelle Stones, if you are here, give me a thumbs up. You're coming up next. You have a super reading here. So hopefully you're here. If not, you'll get your super reading. You'll see it after you come back. Okay. So I'm still doing your reading, so don't go anywhere. Jack Cal, let's see here what else is coming through for you. You have abundance away. What did I tell you? Reaping the rewards. Okay. Once this energy, validation, confirmation, Jack Cal, I just told you the King of Pentacles is the maturity of the hard work, you reaping the rewards in something, feeling this overall richness in all areas of your life, or in the one that you've been really focusing on and really working towards consistently. It's about the stability, it's about the abundance, it's about the prosperity. That's why the King of Pentacles is here. A very strong mastery of you, just again steady, but slow and steady wins the race. It's going to reap the rewards here. You're going to reap the rewards, and look at that, you have abundance awaits. So if something has been feeling a little bit lackluster, or you've been feeling a little bit not emotionally grounded here, no worries. Ride out this energy during this Mercury retrograde, which is going to last until March 20th, but it could be even a week to 2 weeks, even more, only because of the shadow period. But once April comes, and especially here for you for May, so I feel April, you're going to do a lot of thinking, or there may be some options or choices. And I feel by Taurus season, you're going to either start making moves, or you're going to be reaping the rewards here. So vice versa. But I'm getting something coming up during Earth element, which would be Taurus. So I feel like April may be a good month for you. Abundance awaits. It says the belief in your heart will determine the arrival of abundance. See, your energy. What is it that you're focusing on? You got to let go of the unexpressed grief, so that you're not pulling, or you're not manifesting, or you're not attracting more sadness, more grief, more stress, more unexpected, sorrow or sadness in your heart. So that's why it's super important during Mercury retrograde for you to let go of this energy, so that you could be very clear on what you're going to move towards next. The universe's richness is already prepared for you. All you need is to believe you're worthy of it. So let go of self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs, and fully open your heart to receive adjacent possibilities here, as you see the opening of doors. Okay. Breathe deeply. Like I said, waiting with the Two of Wands here. This person isn't doing anything. They're in the rest mode, okay, because they're planning something, they're strategizing here. Where do I feel inspired to move towards? But I'm not doing the moving yet. I'm thinking about it. I'm connecting with that ambition or motivation, so that then they can make a move. It says, breathe deeply, let go of fear, and welcome your endless abundance that is yours. The endless abundance here of the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, this entire channeling is exactly what's come through here with abundance awaits. So I'm going to bring this a little closer here so that you could read that, Jack Cal. But that being said, Wow, what a reading here. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, continue to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon. Up next, we have Annabelle Stones, and thank you, Annabelle, for doing a super reading. I'll jump into your reading in a moment, but first, those of you who are here and just subscribe to the channel, I want to say thank you. Those of you who are joining for the first time, I say welcome. And for those of you who are current subscribers, welcome back. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. That being said, intuitive friends, don't forget to take a look at your March readings. They're there. And guess what? They're pick a card readings. So let your intuition be your guide for the month of September. I'm sorry, September. What in God's... Not September. I meant March. Who's coming up next? Annabelle Stones? Something may be coming already for you in regards to September. I don't know what that may be about, but just kind of keep that mental note. I don't know if that may be important here later. September came through very clearly there. All right. All right. So up next, we have Annabelle Stones. Give me 2 minutes, Annabelle, and we're going to start with your reading. All right, Annabelle, welcome back. Woo! Welcome back, Annabelle. Thank you so much for your super. Let's jump into your reading. You have a super reading here, Annabelle Stones. And just a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Let's jump straight into your reading. Today, Annabelle, I am channeling messages focusing on how Mercury's retrograde may possibly be rewriting your path, removing what is distracting you at this moment in time so that you can level up. Okay, Annabelle? All right, Annabelle, let's go. Let me just put a sign here so that you know. I don't know if you're here or not, but I'm just going to... Oh, yeah, you said you're here. Okay, perfect. Annabelle Stones. All right, there you go. All right, let's jump into the reading, Annabelle, and let's see what's coming through. How Mercury retrograde is possibly rewriting your path, removing what's distracting, and helping you level up. Okay, let's take a look here. All right, Annabelle, you have here releasing judgment. Do not fear your darkness. You are not good and you are not bad. You are a human evolving. There may be parts here of your past or recent past, or things that may have occurred, lessons that you may have learned, where you've been maybe a little bit overcritical about how you have endured those situations, circumstances, or events, what you've gone through in those situations, circumstances, or events. Maybe there were things that when you look at those experiences now, or those situations now, you may say to yourself, what was I thinking? Why did I do that? Or, maybe there's a part of you where you're like, I'm not very proud at how I may have handled X, Y, and Z in the past or recent past. But this is saying that it's important for you to release the judgment. Now, this goes both ways. Releasing the judgment that you may have had with yourself based on the lack of maturity or the lack of experience that you may have not been able to have in the past or recent past, Or this could be someone's lack of maturity or lack of awareness, where you may have been a bit judgmental, okay? Because, again, there could have been something here that you may not have understood the other person's point of view, not because they were right or wrong. It's because just to give you an overview of, like, maybe there was something going behind the scenes, and that may have caused something of an unfolding here that, again, was difficult for you, right? So this releasing of judgment is like, don't fear or don't be so judgmental of parts in your life here, Annabelle Stones, where experiences here may have exposed parts of yourself that, due to either lack of maturity or lack of experience, you weren't able to handle them in a certain way. This is kind of like you forgiving yourself. This is like you letting go of the unspoken resentments here of certain things. This is of you letting go or decluttering maybe belief systems that you may have uh, had in the past or recent past, and because of your lack of maturity, maybe you just didn't know, there wasn't an awareness. Maybe certain experience where, like, the first time you ever experienced that specific situation, circumstance, or event, and maybe it didn't go as planned. Maybe there were things that you may have done or said that may have hurt someone else's feelings or emotions, or vice versa, someone towards you. But Mercury in retrograde, it's saying, be easy on yourself. You're not a bad person or a good person, or there's no judgment here on the things that have happened in your, like, like, kind of like you being hard on yourself, like you're saying, oh, I should have known better. Oh, I was stupid. What was I thinking? Like, that type of talk is not very conducive to growth, okay? Because that's kind of just you saying to yourself, like, you're kicking yourself over things that you just needed to go through something so that you can gain some type of awareness, right? It's like, when you take a test, right? When you're like studying for a test, you study, but when you take a test, it shows you how much you know. And the things that you don't know are the things that you're going to get wrong. But you're going to get those things wrong on a test, so it could show you where you need to study more, what area you need to strengthen. And so that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. Now, whether this card or this energy is talking about your past, your recent past, something that may have happened way before in whatever area of your life, or if this card is talking about the energy that you may be triggered by during this Mercury in retrograde, again, February 26th through March 20th, and again, a week or two even more, so maybe even towards the end of March. This is saying, pay attention. Give yourself the compassion, the self-care, and the nurturing that you need in order to release the judgment, both the one that you may have had on yourself and the judgment that you may have had on other people. Okay. And it's funny because I'm getting family or people that are very close to you, and I'm getting hurt people. So people that are hurt end up hurting people. And so there may have been some experiences here where there may have been hurt people, whether it's your family, loved ones, or people around you that made you feel hurt about something, but it was because they were hurting. And so now when we look at it with a new set of eyes, especially like our parents, right? When we're younger, we tend to be very judgmental about our parents. We don't understand parenting because we're children. We don't see it, we don't get it. We don't understand why they may have done something, when they may have said something, why they raised us through maybe some type of instability. But as we grow, as we mature, as we become adults, and maybe even instances where we become parents ourselves, we become more aware and say, maybe I went through, and it doesn't have to be family, but I'm just giving you an example. It could be friends, it could be people that you know, where a person who may have been hurt hurts others unintentionally because they're not healed from it. So this is not about feeling badly or giving an excuse or a pass for people that may have created this hurt in your life, but it's something here of an awareness for you to understand that just like you have had to learn some challenges, and that those emotions and those things that you didn't know better before, okay, maybe through lack of experience or lack of awareness, that other people may have also experienced that. So to look at something either good or bad is not the best way to really go deep with the lesson that needs to be learned in those situations, is how this is coming through. Okay. So you may be revisiting some situations from the past. There needs to be some type of maybe decluttering here of some expectations or judgments, whether about yourself or about other people. And there could be this kind of disruption that may be triggered. If it's not about your past, there could be something coming up. And even though it's something completely different, it may trigger this energy from the past. So we live and learn, and that's important. That's just part of how things unfold. We learn, we grow in the experience, and we allow ourselves to extract the lesson so we can do better. And when we know better, we do better. So that's the energy that I'm picking up here. All right, let's go to the next part of the reading here, Annabelle. Up next, we have real life topic revealed. You are up next, but first we're doing Annabelle Stone's reading. Annabelle, let's get more details here. By the way, you're going to have several cards here, so this is going to be a longer reading for you because of the super. Ooh, interesting. Look what just flipped over. Community. Remember that I said family and I said emotions. There you go. All right, this may be very much connected to two areas of your life. You know what this may be about. It could be with friends, family, loved ones, or it could be in your love life. Okay, so this experience here with Mercury in retrograde, with releasing judgment, could be very well connected to those areas of your life or those aspects of your life. I do feel that it's super important for you to clear this energy so that you could have better connections, stronger connections, more positive, more high vibrational connections to friends, family, loved ones, and even here to community of like-minded souls. This energy, once you clear it, once you take a look at it, once you extract the lessons and grow during this Mercury in retrograde, which is going to be all the way towards technically the end of March, you're going to be able to not only have and strive for better emotional connections with people in general, but maybe even in your love life or those connections that are super meaningful for you. Okay. There's a kind of like a different awareness, a more of an emotional maturity and emotional intelligence that may come forth or may be in a way emphasized during this Mercury in retro or after this Mercury in retrograde, so that you can keep an eye out for that. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you, my dear Annabelle Stones. Let's see what else is coming through. There's I wouldn't be surprised if you get kind of swords energy here, because this is giving me this kind of like being very much in your thoughts during this Mercury retrograde, and just this kind of analytical energy. We're just reviewing stuff. If it's not swords, okay, no, didn't, and nothing flipped over. If it's not swords, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Hermit card here make a little cameo appearance here. But let's see. All All right, let's see what's coming through. There you go. You have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. What you think may not be able to happen might be able to happen. Just believe that this could be possible. Page of Pentacles. Once this retrograde is over and once you clear this energy here, Page of Pentacles is talking about you having a very different mindset. A mindset here that is the beginner mindset of either starting to manifest or starting to make plans or grounding some type of ideas, whether it's through resources, through tools, through connecting with someone who may help you in that process, or you helping someone else. I feel this is more your energy than anything else. So I feel that there's some type of either new idea that you may want to embark, new project, new way that you want to blossom, maybe here in connection to your loved ones in your community, maybe your professional community, or maybe in your love life. Page of Pentacles. Pages are all about the beginner mindset. So I do feel here that there's this sense of you beginning plans to start grounding an idea, a project, or putting resources towards something that you may have thought, oh, I don't think there's an opportunity or chance of that happening. But guess what? There may be an opportunity that may come unexpectedly, because the Page of Cups in general, and I'll talk about what it signifies here, but in general, the Page of Cups energy is this energy of unexpected turn of events, but ones that are very positive. So what you didn't see coming may land on your lap. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there is this little pig over here with wings. And there may be something here that you may have been saying to yourself, yeah, I don't know if I'm even going to go in that direction because I don't even think that's going to happen. Oh, yeah, that will probably happen when pigs fly. And guess what? There may be a turn of events, destiny, fate, creator, your higher self, your ethereal realm may shift certain kind of energy here where you've done the work of releasing the self-sabotaging thoughts, outgrown these belief systems, allowed yourself to let go of self-sabotaging habits or being too hard or critical on yourself. By you releasing that energy, you're leaving room to being very much connected to your heart or your heart's desire. So what you thought was impossible may actually be possible. Not only will it possibly be possible, but there's a big possibility of you actually being good or thrive in whatever this is. Okay, Annabelle Stones. So that's what's coming through for you. Let's give more clarity here for the releasing judgment card here. And then we're going to continue with the rest of your reading. Hopefully this is making sense. Drop a rose in the comment section. TikTok, look at that. The time is now. The time is now to release this either self-sabotaging habit or to let go of this residual energy. The time is now. TikTok, okay? This is why it's coming up during Mercury in retrograde. The time is now for you to release this energy here of releasing judgment, whether on yourself or other people. If I were you, I would recite the Ho'oponopono chant. Okay, that allows you to forgive yourself and forgive others, is an energetic forgiveness. You don't have to call anyone. You don't have to reach out to anyone. You don't have to do anything other than place the intention of emotional forgiveness, memories that you're forgiving. You're just letting it go. Okay, there's this clear slate type of energy here. Okay, so TikTok is talking about the time has come for you to make that step and do that so that you can move in this energy over here, which is very much about your next possible step. All right, let's take a look here at your the next deck here. Give me more clarity here with community and the one who, what is this? The one who's holding the heart. Okay, let's see what else is coming through. Up next, we have real life topic revealed. Real life topic revealed. If you are here, don't go anywhere. You're coming up next. Unexpected news. I'm telling you, listen carefully. Listen carefully because it's coming. This is the second time in your reading it's coming out. There may be some unexpected event. It might be in love. I don't know. If you're single and you're looking, or if you're single or open to love, there may be someone coming in. If you are already in a connection, there could be more emotional bonding here happening unexpectedly, an unexpected gift, an unexpected leveling up in your connection, an unexpected bonding here emotionally, more of this heart-to-heart connection with either someone romantically, if you are in a romantic connection, or someone here in your social circle that is non-romantic. So it could be a good friend. It could be just kind of something like that. What I'm also getting here, aside from that kind of heart-to-heart connection, especially with the Page of Cups, I said it before, I'll say it again, validation, confirmation. You may be getting some type of unexpected news. I do feel that it is positive. However, if it's not positive, it's a blessing in disguise. Okay? So there you go. So that's how that's coming through. All right, so you may be finding something out or something may be landing on your lap. All right, let's take a look at what else is coming through for you, my dear. All right, let's see. And we have here powerful shark, comprehension. Wow, that's exactly what I was talking about here at the top of your reading with this card. Like you understanding things better now. It says powerful shark, comprehension, progress, and improvement. You have to trust your instincts. Listen carefully, especially with that powerful shark. Okay. I feel that you're coming to more of an awareness. But right now, at this moment in time, is super important as you're going through this Mercury retrograde that you're not making any big steps now, that you're just allowing yourself to go through the revision of something, recalibration of something, okay? Reviewing something, taking a look at something here and understanding it in a different way. Because the sense of you understanding it in a different way is going to allow you to energetically not only forgive yourself, but forgive those that may have caused some type of emotional, mental, or energetic or, painful situation in your life. That is going to be super important because it's going to allow you to improve into progress. And that is going to allow you to be in this Six of Wands energy. Okay. You're going to come out victorious in the end, especially if there may have been a traumatic situation, circumstance, or event that may have happened to you. And you may have said in your life, that should not have happened to me. But it happened. How can I move past it? Okay. And this is showing you are going to be a very brave soul and maybe have already overcome a lot of things, but don't hold yourself feeling so much responsible about something because you just didn't, either you were in a position where maybe you were younger and you couldn't do anything about it, or maybe it didn't happen when you were younger. Maybe it was in your teens, or maybe it was in your adult life. You just couldn't, there was a lack of knowledge or maturity. Like maybe you would have handled that better or differently now, but it was needed for you to understand something here in some way, shape, or form. Maybe and sometimes I don't know what this may be, but it may have given you the fuel to link to your soul purpose or your divine purpose. sometimes we go through very traumatic situations. We don't understand why. And then later in life, it's like, you know what? Yeah, that wasn't really something I don't want to go through that, but it taught me something, or I learned something, or you know what? That pushed me into moving into a direction where I succeed. You know what it's giving this energy? I'm going to give you another example here. It's like, how like, and I'm just going to say athletes, okay? Just because, Winter Olympics, I don't know if that probably finished by now, but you know how sometimes you hear people's story where, look at that, you see, you didn't cry over spilled milk. Some stories that, like you hear these like athletes or these celebrities where they had a really rough childhood, but because they had a really rough childhood or had something very like big happen in their life, that propelled them to find their divine purpose or their soul purpose. That's the energy that I'm getting here. You have here pale, time to get out of the situation. And maybe you did get out of the situation already. Or maybe there's a trigger that may occur here during this Mercury retrograde. If it is an emotional trigger, don't cry over spilled milk, is the way that I'm getting this. Okay. So don't feel sad about something that already happened. It happened. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself like I said at the top of the reading, just allow yourself to say, you know what? It just, I'm releasing all this energy or this trauma that may have occurred to me in this lifetime, and I'm letting it go, because you're going to level up here. Okay. You have lightning. Lightning says, control your anger or you'll be sorry. Okay. So whether it's your anger or your emotions, allow yourself, especially during this Mercury retrograde, where there's a higher tendency of miscommunication, arguments, being triggered, feeling triggered, especially with this unexpected news. Hold on a second, because I didn't read this before. Unexpected news, unbelievable news will shatter your expectations. There could be a very big shift, a tower moment that may be coming up, or that you may be feeling, or maybe you're getting over during this Mercury retrograde. If that's the case, be very calm, cool, collected. Don't lose your temper. Don't lose your, don't lose your sense of self here based on it, because there's something that could rock your world, and it's going to be really difficult to kind of like keep yourself centered here. Okay, so that's what's coming through. Last but not least, let's see what else is coming through. Annabelle Stones, don't forget to share my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls. Let them know about the Lexa Tarot channel just by sending them the link to my YouTube channel. Hope to see you next time. And this is your last and final card. Let me know if these messages resonated for you down below in the comment section or here in the chat. All right, let's see. Last but not least, hold on a second, because this deck is super thick. I think it has like about 90 cards in here. So I got to take it like chunks and chunks, little by little. All right, let's see what else is coming through. Ooh, what's coming? Ooh, move lightly. Yeah, remember what I just said, Animal Stones? I said, take it easy. Take it easy. Okay. Whatever comes through, whatever you find out, whatever resurfaces or surfaces here, take it nice and slowly. Take it easy. All right. Move lightly says what you are trying so hard to control is often what you most need to release. There you go. That releasing here that I talked about at the top of the reading. And I said it from the top of the reading. You have to do it now. TikTok. During this Mercury retrograde and during this Pisces season, which we're closing chapters. It says here, when you stop attempting to hold everything in your hands, micromanaging or repressing or suppressing something, whether it be emotions, whether it be memories or something here, this is saying the universe will lay down a path that is more aligned with you. Remember, Page of Pentacles energy, grounding and starting to move in a new direction. Let go of what isn't yours, and what is truly meant for you will flow your way. Okay, so there's no such thing as missed opportunities. What has your name on it will be yours. So this recognition, or this six of wands energy, this recognition, this accomplishment, this success has your name on it. You just need to, again, nice and slowly, patience, consistency, and effort, so that you can improve and progress in whatever this is. There you go. That's all that I have here for you. Annabelle Stones, thank you so much for your super. Up next, we have real life topic revealed. You are up next. But first, intuitive friends, my voice is kind of cracking here. My apologies. Intuitive friends, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my links are down below. Intuitive friends, don't forget to share my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls. Just share my link there with your friends, family, and loved ones. Take a look at the March readings. They're there for you. Okay, so there may be some extra messages there. We also have the quarterly readings. So take a look at those bonus messages playlist, where you have more messages for you. Okay. That being said, intuitive friends, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And join me next time. It was great coming on today and doing these channeled readings for you. I might be introducing the Spanish version of the live reads. So if you are interested in that, if you have people that speak Spanish, or Spanish, I don't know, people who speak Spanish, then feel free to send them this way, because I will be starting that coming up soon. Okay. I might just kick it off during Aries season. So that may be something very new here on the channel. That being said, intuitive friends, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, support. Thank you for your donations. It really means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. You don't have to. There's no obligation. But when you do, I really, I'm appreciative of your donation. So thank you so much, intuitive friends. All right. Last but not least, guess what? We have real life topic revealed. You are coming up next. All right. So if you are here, give me a thumbs up. If not, you'll get your reading. I mean, you'll be able to see your reading when you come back later. Okay. So I'm doing your reading now. All right. Let me just write real life revealed. Oh, actually. Oh, Annabelle Stones, I see that you added 4 roses there. Thank you for a validation confirmation. Okay. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Last but not least, we now have real life topic. You are up next. There we go. Thank you so much, intuitive friends. All right. Real topic revealed. Real life topic revealed. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your patience, because I know those of you that are towards the end of the list is a lot of waiting. But this is why I always say, make sure that you turn on your notification bell and all alerts. Okay. All right. Real life topic revealed. Just a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Okay. So let's see what's coming through for you in regards to how's Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting your path, removing what's distracting, and allowing you to level up. Okay. Kind of showing you where you need to level up in. Okay. So let's take a look here. Real life topic revealed. What's coming through for you for entertainment purposes only. And you have here, wow, unexpected grief. You may be purging emotionally, or purging mentally. Maybe there is something that there has been a breakup, separation, or divorce in the past or recent past, whether it may have been in your love life or whether this may be connected to friends, family, loved ones, friendships, social circles, maybe even something connected to work or colleagues or staff. Okay, whatever this energy is here, real life topic revealed, you may be kind of feeling out of sorts. You may have been saying to yourself, well, why do I feel this heaviness, whether it's emotional, whether it's memory, or whether it's just energetic. And that is because of that Mercury retrograde. But Mercury retrograde is actually very positive, allows us to take a moment to step back and recalibrate and be able to remember, review, reflect, and reevaluate some things that could be very much connected to the energy connected in this card, whether it's unexpected grief or whether you have suppressed or repressed sorrow, sadness. It manifests in unexpected ways. Allow yourself to mourn fully, okay? So instead of maybe feeling sad, maybe you're feeling sad, but maybe you get triggered easily and you jump into getting angry very quickly here during Mercury retrograde. So it's like there's this energy here where sadness could lash out in other ways other than just sadness, is how this is coming across. So there may be a part of you who may be very triggered. There's a part of you who may want to retreat and be more introverted. There's a part of you that may want to kind of express or release this pent up energy or emotions through crying, through just being more to yourself. Okay, be a little bit kind of more reclusive energy is what I'm picking up here. So there are many different ways that this unexpressed grief could be popping up for you, potentially or possibly here during Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is from February 26th all the way to the 20th, but it could extend even a little bit later, only because there's always a shadow period right after. So you may feel this energy potentially here, or this energy may resurface at any point in time during Mercury retrograde, during February 26th through March 20th, or all the way to the ending of March. Okay. All right. Let's take a look here at what else is coming through. You have here door to romance. I feel that the more that you allow yourself to connect with your emotions, the more that you're going to heal them. So if I were you, I would work on my heart chakra frequency, your heart chakra, which is the energy center of the body of your heart. Okay. And what you can do is you can close your eyes, you can place your ear pods or your headset on. Close your eyes, place your hands on top of your chest, and listen to the heart chakra frequency of 639 solfeggio frequency to help heal or restore whatever emotions or repressed or suppressed, whether consciously or unconsciously here energy, okay? Real life topic revealed that you need to release and let go of, okay? So this is going to help in that self-healing. Let's take a look at what else. I'm also feeling this is going to help you in many different ways. As you release this energy, as you allow yourself to connect, review, remember, and release this energy during not only Mercury retrograde, but also during this Pisces season, which is closing chapters of maybe heartbreaks, pain, depression, sadness here. There's this energy here that's coming through of you recuperating, okay, feeling a little bit healthier, allowing yourself to emotionally be at the very least more open to healthier connections, whether those connections are romantic or non-romantic. The door to romance is this heart that is in a cage, but the cage door is open. So there's a sense here of you allowing yourself to feel, once you work and let go of this energy, to feel more open to, in a way, get out of your comfort zone in regards to your emotions and maybe allow yourself to move forward. Because when you do, you're moving forward with a sense of healthier emotions because you're taking care of this, you're healing that. So you're stronger emotionally, or you're more open emotionally, or you've released that jaded energy or that sense of resentment in your heart, and you're just that release through that heart chakra frequency of 639 hertz, of you listening to the Ho'oponopono chant, of you just kind of letting yourself, really heal internally and emotionally from this. You're going to allow yourself to be more open. Okay. Remember, where your mind goes, energy flows. What you think about, you bring about. So when you're in a higher vibrational energy, when you feel more healed, more open and more centered emotionally, you are more open, have a tendency to be more open in receiving and accepting as well, not just from other people, but also from the universe. Real life topic revealed. Look at that. You have the Page of Pentacles. And yeah, you got to let go of this energy here. There you go. I said it, but here it pops up again. Five of Swords, especially those situations, circumstances, or events in the past or recent past, or those situations, circumstances, or events that you may be kind of, bumping into during this Mercury retrograde, where you feel like you're in a mental conflict or maybe an emotional conflict. I'm also getting kind of feeling like looking at other people who are like, in their kind of like, how this is feeling here also. It's kind of like giving me this vibe of like looking at people, like thinking the grass is greener on the other side, because there have been people here who may have, maybe, I don't know, have accomplished something or done something, and you're like, man, had I done, or if I could, or maybe because I didn't, like that coulda, woulda, shoulda energy. But don't compare yourself to other people, because you have your own path. And there's this energy of whether this is like ego driven or pride driven, or whether this is just you kind of like trying to make sense of this energy here. Again, the unexpressed ways that you're allowing yourself to heal. The Eight of Cups is talking about you emotionally disengaging. Again, with emotions, Cups energy is the heart. It's water. It's emotions. There you go. You need to release whatever it is that you're suppressing, oppressing, repressing, whatever that is about. But you got to let that go during this Mercury retrograde, so that you can leave this, because this has been distracting you, and you can level up. Okay, so there you go. All right, let's take a look here at your last and final card. Thank you for being patient. And of course, I want to say a big thank you to Butterfly. Thank you, Butterfly, for your help, and I greatly appreciate it. Look at that. Step boldly. Okay, remember that I was talking about that heart in the cage, but the cage door is open. This is talking about you allowing yourself to get out of your comfort zone. I know it's going to feel a little bit tricky at first, but it's going to be super important the moment that you release this energy here. Step boldly says staying in your comfort zone. Oh my gosh, the same thing I said. Talk about validation, confirmation. Claps for me. It says staying. Hold on. I'm going to show it to you first. I'm not making this up. Okay, you see that there? It says staying in your comfort zone limits your options. Take the leap. That's why Pentacles energy is here. Page is here. Page of Pentacles. Page's energy is novice. You're starting to think about something in a new way. You're starting to move in a different way. You're starting to put slowly, patiently, and consistently manifesting, looking into new opportunities, allowing yourself to ground your ideas slowly but surely. You're starting to make baby steps here. And this is saying, and it makes sense because of that energy here. It says, take the leap, and the world's complexities and diversities will bring you more unexpected rewards and surprises. I mean, there you go. Page of Pentacles. And there you go. Step boldly. Okay. As long as you're being consistent in the moving forward, in the patience, in the efforts, and in the consistency, you're going to find your way in whatever this is. That being said, real life topic revealed. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to drop some roses in the comment section or here in the chat if you are here. Thank you so much. Don't forget to share my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls. I want to say thank you to you. I want to say thank you to all of those intuitive friends, subscribers, and members who donated today. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for your time. And of course, let's give a round of applause to Ascending Universal Butterfly for your love, your loyalty, and support. Thank you for volunteering again today. And I'll see you guys soon. Have a good one.